reduces the travel stress.
But I know in Europe they consider all kinds of other things. There are several considered transportation, other arrangements, security. So they have their own peculiar ways of doing that.
So Kumasi Asante Kotoko would also be in action. They'll play Brekum Chelsea, and the league leaders Midiama would play Young Apostles. Now Midiama, they are currently top of the table. They have 2 points lead over BBN Gold Stars. Kumasi Asante Kotoko are third. They have 30 points, so 4 points off the top. And Hearts of Oak, if you are looking for Hearts of Oak, they are currently fifth on the Ghana Premier League table. They are some 6 points off the top. So we'll talk about Ghana Premier League as well. Bundesliga returns. It's match day 16. La Liga match day 19. Serie A match day 20. All of those fixtures will be previewing for you on the show. And the FA Cup action in England. Yes. The FA Cup action and the Coupe de France action as well. So we'll be talking about all of that on the show. And Antoine Semenyo. Semenyo is on the verge of joining Manchester City. We'll be discussing that. If it's a good move for the player. If it's good for Manchester City, what's Pep thinking? What could be the thinking of Pep bringing in Antoine Semenyo, who's been explosive for Bournemouth this season? We'll talk about all of that. And sad news for the Black Stars. Mo Kudus is out. Mo Kudus is out until April. We'll get into all of that. So it's a good time. It's a good time to get the thoughts of our listeners, because all these matters we'll be talking about, I'm sure they want to have a say, because once we take off, it will be difficult for us to stop. So it's a good time to welcome our callers. Of course, this show is interactive. You can send us your thoughts via WhatsApp line 0542 571061 0542 571061, and all the issues I've discussed, all the issues we've spoken about that we'll be discussing this morning, you can share your thoughts with us. Give us a call now, 0542 571061 0542 571061. Give us a call and let's hear what you have to say. If you want to talk about AFCON, you want to preview the games that will be coming up in the next 48 hours, let's talk about it. There are games today and there are games tomorrow as well. Give us a call now. And then you want to talk about the Ghana Premier League, you are free to do so. Arsenal, they actually could have gone 8 points clear yesterday, but they just pushed it to 6. You can give us a call and talk about that as well, as far as the English Premier League is concerned. But I have my first caller on the line. Good morning to you. Your name and where you're calling us from.
Good morning. Ray.
Yes, sir.
This is Annabelle.
Annabelle, welcome.
Annabelle. Yes. Happy holiday to you guys.
Happy holiday to you too.
Happy holiday to you too, Annabelle.
Yes. Let me delve into yesterday's match. Arsenal versus Liverpool.
Right.
You see, I don't know why God has given us this team to support. Because when you expect them to at least put some smile on your face and give you a breathing space, that is when they rather put you in a distress mode. See, look at Arsenal yesterday. We were playing well. But look at the way we played. I think we are rather playing away. Look at the second half. The first half was fine. But the second half, Liverpool was all over us. Why? Why is Arteta doing this to us? When we could have gone 8 points straight gap, and we could have a relaxation mode a little. So that even if we lose well along the way, we are still good to go. You managed to do draw at home yesterday. I mean, come on. Listen, I was watching the second half and I was like, I can't complete this match. Let me just leave it and do something else. Let me just leave it and do something else. I left the match because, listen, it was so bad. It was so bad. We were playing as if we were playing away. Liverpool came to us with a strategy, and Arteta allowed their strategy to work to perfection. Look at the way we were the one that was, we were rather fortunate. Is that nice? It's so nice. And today's game, AFCON game, I really wish the host nation was better. But the competition, if the host nation is out, it will be quite difficult for the competition to be nice and successful.
But what have you got against the host nation?
Let's North Africans, they are so annoying. See, my fellow callers will come to testify. They are so annoying that even if they score one goal, If they score one goal and the time is getting closer, you have like 30 minutes, my brother, forget it. The antics is too much.
But it's all part of the game.
It's all part of the game, but the way they do it, it's all amazing. You all know what I'm thinking about.
Oh yeah.
It's all amazing. And we can't have all these 4 North Africans in the competition. Some of them have to go out, and it doesn't matter who goes out. We have to make sure the West Africans, we have Mali in there, we have Burkina Faso in there, we have Nigeria in there, we have Senegal in there. Come on. We have to eliminate at least 2 of them should be out before we get to the semi-finals.
Right.
That is my wish. That is my wish. And let me go on Semenyo's move. Semenyo's move looks good, but to be successful. Because looking at them, that doesn't favor players. So when you lose out of form a little, when you lose in form a little, the man will drop you. The man will drop you. He's always looking for results. So when he doesn't get a result in a short while from you, trust me, he will drop you. And I think Liverpool would have been the best destination for Semenyo. But all the same, we wish him well. We wish him very, very well. Yesterday, I mean, the last match, the screamer he scored, trust me, I almost cried because it was so emotional. Looking at the way the fans were chanting his name, the players came to him, and all that. That it was so emotional. But all the same, good morning to my friend.
Right. Thank you very much, Anobil, for joining us on the show. And that was Anobil joining us. You can also give us a call, 0542571061. We're talking about all the other issues that have happened over the last 24 hours and what we are looking forward to in the next. Good morning to you, your name and where you are calling us from.
Good morning, Raymond.
Yes, sir.
And Nathan.
Yeah, how are you?
Happy Constitution Day to all of us.
Yeah.
Happy Constitution Day to you.
Do you know something? This morning, if you told you should be in my head.
Yeah.
You think I was thinking for you guys? I say, every time, Nathan sits on the horses. So when Raymond come to the other side, Raymond come and say, Nathan come to the other side. And nothing just happened. I said, it's like you go and reading my mind. So when I hear Raymond talking, I thought Nathan be come to work. So and Nathan just came and I said, hey.
So Nathan is in the blue corner today.
See, he came as a shock to me. Just to say, this world, this life, what you think, that's what you get to.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Because Nathan, if you could be reading my mind right now, you see what I'm saying is very true.
Yeah, right.
Like, I was surprised. Hello, Charlie.
But when Nathan is in the blue seat, that one you can expect ice. But when I'm there, it's the red seat. It's the red seat.
Fire. If I tell guys, we will do a program for you. Fire for fire.
We beg.
But
that program we will bring this thing. How do you call it?
That one you must be ready for legal fees.
Later, Raymond.
Yeah.
Yesterday, after France were fighting them, this morning they started complaining. They don't say anything yet.
Emmanuel, why? It's too early. It's not even 8 o'clock.
Oh, we have started our fire already. Yesterday, they were fighting us. Left and right. Leave us. Today, you are complaining. You don't say anything yet. You don't say anything yet. Today, I want Cameroon to kick out Morocco today.
Hey. But why? But Morocco play very well.
Morocco, what have they done? What have they done to you?
No. Hey, these people, they see them about you. They see them about you. Like
they've earned the right to, haven't they?
Oh, but can we finish them? See, these people, they don't make football like very nice. I mean, if they are leading 1-0, you'll be frustrated as a player.
Sporty FM.
See, now football has grown. This anti that are doing, Charlie, now we pass that level. And you'll be sleeping on the floor, my leg, then they will raise one of their legs, then they say cramp. Charlie, destroy the ball, the fluidity of the ball. That's bad. So Charlie, we want all the West African countries to give us more entertaining football.
Right.
Not this North African countries who delaying tactics and all that stuff. Charlie, today, after today, the first match Senegal will go to, and I'm praying that Morocco will add Cameroon add Morocco to their list of eliminating host nations in the competition.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
And Arsenal was the
But Emmanuel, what about the other game? What about the other game?
Nigeria, Algeria.
Nigeria is tomorrow.
Yeah,
Which other game is tomorrow?
No, he said Senegal.
Okay, you said Senegal. Okay, you said Senegal will go.
Yeah, Senegal. Senegal will be too strong for Mali. They'll be too strong for Mali.
Right.
So have a good morning.
All right, have a good morning. Thank you very much, Emmanuel, for joining us on the show. Give us a call, 0542-571061. 0542-571061. Good morning to you. Your name and where are you calling us from?
Good morning. I'm Eric calling from Lasini.
Eric, let's hear you.
Hello, Eric. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you too? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you too, Eric.
I would like to start from the outcome and then I end that partner.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, it will be a very tough one for Match. Because we are the host and then the darling boy of African football, we are going to be aided by the rest. Just like they did when they played Tanzania. Tanzania had a very clean penalty. That's the Sporty FM. People know about the clear penalty. The very clear penalty that we had. And then the other game that Senegal and Mali. Senegal and Mali is going to be a place of this as well. But I think Senegal will lose because the Malians, they are noted for fortune. Somebody says they are noted for doing Arsenal things.
Why? This early morning, what has Arsenal done again?
Stray bullets.
This is the Liverpool side. Who are the champions? Okay. You know, we're saying the people were saying we believe that but that is true. When Arsenal is about to play, then everybody wants Arsenal to play. But my only blow is that City didn't capitalize. But City won. And we are not able to do. That is where I'll be worried. Now, this is the City team who are close to win 3 games in a row. Okay. And he's drawn against Liverpool. It's not a bad performance. So we lost the midfield, and Arteta got it wrong. Arteta allowed Liverpool in the game the second half. I don't know why he took us that we see that he wasn't in the game, but actually he could have waited for a bit and probably got on Mourinho instead of the game. Because he needed a body in the middle to fight the Liverpool player for the ball. So it's not lost anything. Because it was 2 points, now it's 6 points. So let's keep on grounding results. My only fear is the next game that are going to play against Nottingham Forest. That's my worry. If we are able to beat Nottingham Forest, then we are done.
Right.
So let me leave it.
Right. Eric, thank you for joining us on the show this morning. Give us a call, 0542 571061. 0542 571061. But Nathan, for Arsenal fans, I mean, they started off this round of games with a 5 points gap.
Yes.
They've made it 6. They should be excited. But let me get back onto the lines. Good morning to you. Your name and where are you calling us from?
My name is Isaac. I'm calling from Accra.
All right,
Isaac.
Yeah. The last time I called, I said I will go Arsenal, will go Bros, but people will laugh at me. No, I said I need to be sacked. I said I will bomb Papa.
But what does that
mean? This Liverpool team said I will open up with what? 8 points are. We went and played draw. Out of what? 6 points, we only get 1 from Liverpool. Why? Huh? And then always they be laughing at us. And Arsenal has not get Champions League. Arsenal has not done this. I said I need to be sacked. I said I cannot take any trophy from Arsenal. We need to get a strong mandate coach who can take us to what? A level that we can also compete with what? The big boys. Look at the game. Look, second half. Look at Liverpool game. Second half. Look at. Arsenal was defending. What was the meaning of that? Huh?
A point against Liverpool is a good point.
A serious thing that needs a trophy in playing like that. How you guys who have watched the match? Hello?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Hello? Are you online? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
We can hear
you. Go ahead.
Yeah, I hope you guys watched the match yesterday.
Oh, yes. We all watched it.
So look what Arsenal was playing. Is it a team that can win a trophy? As an Arsenal fan, me here as an Arsenal fan.
But let me ask you this. Isn't a 6-point lead a healthy lead?
You say what?
6 points at the top of the table. Isn't it a healthy lead?
Look, when Pep Guardiola is chasing you and you are leading by what? 6 points, you are not safe. You know that this part by Pep Guardiola and 10 matches to the end of the day, he can win all. Do you know that?
But Arsenal can win all of its matches, right?
The person who is chasing you have experience more than you. You are even his student. And that man, Pep Guardiola, let's say 15 matches to what? The end of the season. You see what Pep Guardiola will do. He will win all the matches last season.
But are you saying that Arsenal can't win all their matches too?
With Arteta, with this fucking tactics that he's
Hey, we beg. Charlie, language.
It's money.
We beg you. There are children listening.
Look. Okay, fine. I'm sorry. Yesterday, my the way I got angry, I was listening. Look, I was monitoring you before. I was listening to your commentary. You know that I like your station so much. Okay.
Yeah.
So all that you were I was watching the game also on the radio monitoring you before, and so. In fact, I was not a happy man yesterday at all. So I was just thinking that this morning I'll get opportunity to call people and get inside and I get it. I want to speak my mind.
Okay, all right.
I'm hungry.
Right.
It's easy.
Look, the community that I'm seeing,
yeah.
Listen, the community that I'm seeing, everybody knows that I am an Arsenal fan. So if Arsenal do anything, people can even all the fans will come to me. Arsenal, look. I am just very tired. I'm very tired.
Isaac, chill.
Don't worry.
Arteta will deliver
it's a 6-point gap.
Arteta
Let's see. You take it one match at a time.
This guy is not enough. I got chasing you with 6 points. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm happy.
Okay.
But you are giving moral support. So I will take it like that.
It's one match at a time. Don't worry. You'll be fine.
Right.
Yeah. But in fact, he started. He changes. Look, Eze. You can even see that a lot of people are tired. Some people are not seeing it. He has to change them, but still, he was not doing the substitution. And then he needs to be asked if Odega plays 45, let Eze also play 45.
Right.
Who is a playmaker at you brought the guy and you come and put the guy on the bench.
Isaac, there are others on the line. Thank you very much for joining us on the show this morning. This is still the Sporty Breakfast. Just, going through a few of the things.
I like Isaac. All of this is Calvin's fault. He's the one creating this narrative that everyone has seen him. Everyone has seen it.
Everyone has seen him.
No, man.
The guy is still on there. Everyone has seen him. Kelvin.
Nathan, there's a call.
And then I'll ask Kelvin what the problem was yesterday.
Okay, hello. Good morning. Your name and where are you calling us from?
This is Sporty.
Good morning, Raymond. This is Quao from Quao.
Quao, let's hear you.
Why do Arsenal fans think that Arsenal should win every game before they win the league? And this game is a tough game, and it's not an easy game for Arsenal to win. For the past 3 years, this game has played out draw most of the times. So I think they should relax and take it at one game at a time.
Right.
They shouldn't think that. Arteta made some mistakes yesterday. He should have taken the game to Liverpool because Liverpool didn't have any striker to play to. They were playing midfielders, but still Arsenal were scared to go for it because they knew what Liverpool can do. So they should relax. They should relax for Arteta. I believe Arsenal can win the league this season. So they should just relax.
Right.
This City team can't push any trade. They will also, when each time Arsenal drop points, they will also drop points. So they should relax.
Right.
And for the AFCON, I think Morocco will go out today. Because of what they did to Tanzania, I want them to go out today.
But what did they do to Tanzania?
But the last, this was a penalty.
Oh, but it wasn't a penalty.
The push, it was a penalty. Raymond, please, let's be fair.
No. So
the push was a penalty.
Nathan and I will analyze that incident for you.
But it was a penalty.
No, just
because the guy pushed him.
Just hold on. If you watch that passage of play very well,
yes,
the player, if you watch his left leg, he was trying to con the referee because that left leg was in a position that made him not balanced, and he was expecting the push.
I understand you, but do you know that when
he was almost falling. He was almost falling. Yes, indeed, he pushed him. Masina pushed him. Yes, he pushed him, but he was almost falling before the push. So the referee looked at the movement of his left leg.
Let me ask this. So if he was on the opposite side, I think the penalty would have been taken. Or am I lying?
Well, we'll be delving into realms of conjecture.
So that one, we all know that if it was Morocco, they would have taken the penalty for them.
No. I mean, it was a fair call. I think it was a fair call. I watched it. I mean, a lot of people around the table agreed that it was a fair call because the player was going down. He was already going down with the movement of his left leg. He had already taken it off the ground. So once there was a push, yes, but it was the movement of the legs first before the push. And I mean, they didn't cheat Tanzania.
I understand.
Anyway, but you are saying that you want Morocco to go out.
But I want them to go out for that one day.
Right.
Because I don't think they can beat this Cameroon team.
Right.
I don't think they can beat this Cameroon team. Thank you.
Thank you very much for joining us on the show. You can also give us a call. I'll pick my last two calls before we get into the discussion on the show. 0542571061. 0542571061. I have a caller on the line. Good morning to you. Your name and where are you calling us from?
I'm James, calling from Achimota.
James, let's hear you.
Yes. Okay. It's Arsenal.
Mm-hmm.
Arsenal cannot win all the matches. And even City used only 1 point to clear the league twice. So why is Arsenal fans complaining? It's game management. Arsenal is not Liverpool is not Bournemouth, Crystal Palace or those barely that can win 5 goals, 3 goals and all that. It's game management. And if you play with the champions, so Arsenal fans will stop complaining.
Right.
With the AFCON, I'm always for Nigeria. I know Nigeria will take the trophy. Cameroon and Morocco, it's cagey, but my player Diaz will always be the top. Thank you.
Thank you very much for joining us on the show. And that was James joining us. He kept it very short. You can also give us a call. I'll pick my last call, 0542571061, 0542571061. And right on. Good morning to you. Your name and where are you calling us from? Hello. Please turn down the volume on your radio set so we can hear you. We are getting a bit of feedback.
My name is Kobe from Kumasi.
Right. Oh, okay. Yeah, joining us from Kumasi. Good to have you on.
Yes.
Hello, how is Kumasi this morning?
Kumasi is very calm, very cool.
Great. Let's hear you.
Okay, I want to talk about Man United and their coaching issues.
Okay, sure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so as a United fan, I actually believe these guys, these Omar Berada, Jason Wilcox and the other staff, they are being overrated. They don't know what they are doing at the club, honestly speaking. Because how do you hire a manager in the middle of the season and then you actually you knew what he wanted to do at the club, the style of football he wanted to play, even went on to sign players to fit his style. And then later on we are hearing news that you are giving him pressure to adjust, blah, blah, blah. This whole debacle started from the time they decided to go on with Eric Ten Hag, because it was very clear that they didn't want Ten Hag as the head coach, even though he won the FA Cup. So it news all over that they went on to pursue for the services of Thomas Tuchel. And then Tuchel rejected United on 2 different occasions, which is very clear. We all heard the news. So it was like it was either Tuchel or no other coach. Went on to give the contract extension to Erik ten Hag. 2 months into the season, they sacked ten Hag and then they brought in Ruben Amorim. Something they could have just prevented earlier on. However, they could have also waited until the end of the season for Amorim to come, get in his players, enter into the preseason, and then start their first season. But then they insisted on Amorim coming in the middle of the season, which contributed hugely to United finishing very bad, performed very badly in the EPL last season, finishing I think 15th or 16th last season. But then they covered everything up with the Europa League final, and then they lost woefully to Tottenham Hotspur. Sorry. So basically, what I'm trying to say is that this whole Amorim win percentage, blah blah. Yes, Amorim was bad in terms of the results. It was very bad. But these people, Mark Berada, they don't even know what they are doing. They have a huge contribution to what United are going through right now. And now they sacked Amorim, and they don't even know who is coming. It's Carrick, it's Ole and Carrick. They don't have any plan on whoever is coming to coach United. So me personally, that's how I feel about this whole United coaching. It's very bad. These people, they don't know what they are doing. Even if you check their background, Omar Barada came from Man City. It's not even Man City of Man City. 2008 Manchester City. Nothing. JC Rocos came from Southampton. I don't know what was he doing. He overrated.
Let me ask you this: if I ask you to pick a manager for United as replacement for Amorim, who are you picking?
Exactly. As it stands currently, I don't even know who can do the United job. That's the main reason why they should have at least they should have continued with Ruben Amorim till the end of the season, because I know for sure there has been improvements on the performance of Man United from last season. That one, no one can hide away from the fact. I agree that we bottled plenty of opportunities to at least be at third position or even second. That one I agree with everyone, because if you check some points that we dropped at home against Bournemouth, West Ham, Wolves, I understand, I get everything, but we can't hide away from the fact that there have been improvements in the performance of Man United. Right. So at least you have kept Ruben Amorim. Sign players in this general transfer window. Where are there signs of signing players? You and I know that United need a midfielder. United need midfielders. Are there signs of signing midfielders this January? No. There are no plans. But then you go ahead, you go to sack the manager. A new manager comes in. These same players that Amorim is struggling with, the new manager will also struggle. And then finish in a position very bad. And then another, like the cycle goes on. United are not ready to change. So it's sad.
Right.
That's what I have to say.
Right. Thank you very much for joining us all the way from Kumasi. We appreciate your call on the show. And let me remind listeners that we are live in Kumasi 91.3. We are live in Takoradi on 102.5. And of course, we are live in Accra on 106.1. This is Sporty Breakfast. And a big thank you to all our callers for joining us on the show this morning. But Nathan, the last caller, don't mind the Arsenal people. Don't mind the Arsenal people. The last caller, he made a point. I mean, the decision to bring in Amorim at the time they brought him was a bit problematic. But United made two very bad decisions. Kelvin, I've not invited you.
But why can't Kelvin also say something?
No, he's not part of this one. He's not part of this conversation. When we bring the Arsenal matter where the callers are angry with Arteta, we can bring him in. But Nathan, when Ten Hag won the FA Cup, he had a terrible season.
Yes.
And so, by virtue of that, a lot of people expected that United were going to sack him. They delayed that decision.
Yeah.
It cost them the following season.
Yes, it did.
Again, the time they brought Amorim in and what he did, where he left the club, United should have taken a better decision then.
That's true.
They did not.
That's true.
Had to take another lead. I mean, it's been a comedy of late decisions, dragging your feet to take decisions, and then eventually blows up in your face.
That's the truth. United, as you said, they missed 2 windows, right, to offer themselves a fresh start, a clean break, and all of that. I don't know why they didn't take those 2 decisions. Getting rid of Erik ten Hag after the FA Cup final, I don't know, maybe winning that final bought him some extra credit. For Ruben Amorim, the understanding was that they admitted that, look, they brought him in at an odd time, so they were prepared to wait it out. So I think that's why he got the reprieve after finishing 15th, and then he lost the European Cup final or the Europa League final to Spurs. And then we all saw what happened. But, unlike Erik ten Hag, where you can tell even in the new season the results were odd, it looked like Amorim was getting 1 or 2 results in the way. I just think that his sacking it had been building for a while, and that public show that he did post the Leeds United game just sent him over the edge and caused the people to pull the plugs on him. I think if he had played the politics of the time, he probably still would be in a job, buy himself extra time, and then they would decide. I think if they hadn't fired him and let's say he played the politics, I think Amorim would have been kicked out at the end of the current season. Yeah. Whatever happens, and then they have a clean break. But that's Man United for you. It's been one bad decision after the other, and they are always paying the price for bad decisions. So they'll have to learn to take wise decisions so that things work for them. But Calvin I think Coach Sefa was suggesting that United's next permanent manager should be Mikel Arteta.
Oh, why not?
Why not? He says he'll come in, stabilize, get the project underway, and
a couple of seconds,
then they can
finally win it.
You see, because I always felt that life after Mourinho, right, should have been, at the time, I think it's what it should have been. It should have been Pochettino. No. Right? Relax. Listen to my argument. To stabilize the dressing room, create a new culture, get the team to play top 4 2-3 years straight. By the time the 3rd year comes around, the team would have been used to navigating the league and finishing in top 4. Then you bring in somebody to take you past the line.
But I think Ole post Mourinho did a good job.
What did he do?
No, in terms of his caretaker role.
You see? No, I'll tell you something. Do you know that when Ole took the Man United job in the caretaker era, he took the team at 6th. Or in 6th. He finished the season 6th.
Yeah.
The team didn't go anywhere. At the end of that fairy tale run, Man United were, I think, 2 points off top 4.
But
let me finish. Ole had 3 matches to win. He had to win at least 1 match of 3 to make top 4. Do you know the teams he dropped points against? Huddersfield. I think Brighton and Hove Albion was the other one. And then he played a 1-1 draw or some funny result with Crystal Palace. That was when the people at United should have realized that this gentleman, when it comes to the crunch, it won't work. So they let him stay, blinded by the high of beating PSG in that Champions League game. Then they gave him the job. When you ask all the people who like Ole, they say, oh, he finished second. And I said, no problem. When everything got to a reset, right, after COVID, when everything had to go again, what happened to him? If the argument is that this gentleman came close, why couldn't he build on that?
Well, so Nathan, the argument was that, look, when Ole Gunnar took over from Jose Mourinho, he got United playing a brand of football that United fans had missed.
What did it give Man United?
So, he in the second season, or in his first full season, he managed to finish second.
No problem.
Okay. Then United took a very strange decision of bringing in Cristiano Ronaldo.
Ray.
Now United had to build.
Relax. This gentleman, if we all claim, we say he's a coaching genius, why did Cristiano Ronaldo signing derail everything?
Well,
how did he derail everything?
Oh, but Nathan, eventually, even the man who succeeded him had to get rid of him.
No problem.
The whole Ronaldo factor.
I'm saying, you see, it tells you something. It tells you something that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is really not as fantastic as we think. If he couldn't handle one signing, one.
But Nathan,
you had your team and they added just one player.
A lot of coaches have to battle with that one player. A lot of coaches.
So if you are the manager,
a lot of coaches have struggled with it.
Ray, if you are the manager and you believe in your work, why couldn't you work around that signing?
So he tried to work around it.
And what happened?
It affected the team one way or the other.
You see, that failure is on the board and the team and he Ole Gunnar. So, and me always, you see, when we argue and talk about that, how many years did Ole go without a job when he left Man United? If we claim he's as super as he was, how many years did he go jobless?
Yeah, since 2021, he only got a job at Besiktas.
And how did that end?
This year, he was sacked.
For what?
But of course, Besiktas.
For not making... You see, Ray, they are telltale signs. I always say that they are telltale signs of a manager who can't stand heat and pressure. They are telltale signs. Solskjaer got into a Europa League semi-final. You saw that Europa League final.
Yeah.
You saw how abject Man United looked in that final. It was as though his own inexperience had wrapped off the entire team. Before that, the season prior, he had 3 semi-finals in... Kelvin, do you remember that one? Was it 3 semi-finals in like 3 weeks?
All major competitions.
Wasted all 3 semi-finals. And this is the manager Man United want to hand the team to and say, on an interim, what do United... They want to finish top 4? Clearly not with this gentleman. And I'm happy that, according to the reports, Christopher Vivell is thinking long and hard about this, because according to the reports, he's saying that when he looks at Ole and listens to Ole, he hears a lot of the romanticized emotional part. He doesn't think it will make sense. He wants somebody who's more logical. And Man United needs somebody who will come in and do the work, not somebody who is still stuck in 1999.
This is Red Heat. Nathan, Red Heat. When is Red Heat coming back?
The Red Heat podcast is on this week.
Red Heat.
Not late Sunday, early Monday after FA Cup. But the live space is on.
Right.
After Man United Brighton.
So if you like the Red Heat, Red Heat from Nathan, Charlie, and they talk on Nathan say no go make a talk.
No, it's because there's this, when I hear the only thing, people say that the football was nice. I say that what did the football achieve? If the football is nice, what did it really achieve? What did it really achieve? Ole took the team at 6th in his fairy tale. It was a wonderful run, I won't lie. He finished the team with 6th. Or in 6th. You get the point?
Yeah.
So if we claim this guy is a brilliant manager, why didn't he win anything? Why?
Ole as a caretaker, played 19 games, won 14, lost 3, played 2 draws, win percentage 74%, scored 40 goals, conceded 17.
No problem.
Fantastic caretaker manager.
I'm saying that caretaker run, where did it take Man United?
Kelvin agrees with me.
No, he's better than Amorim. So.
Kelvin,
a better record than Amorim.
Kelvin, as for that one, you see, I don't doubt it. But the point is that when we talk about, and every time, and when people talk about Ole, they only talk about that, the caretaker run. Yeah. Nobody talks about his 1.5 something seasons in charge. Nobody talks about it. Those who argue say that, I have a friend who says, Charlie, he went toe-to-toe with Man City, and what happened? They said, United were beating City, and what happened? Did it give United anything? They say United went on this amazing away run. What did it give Man United? Nothing.
In the local parlance, we say ecosystem. But Kelvin also is here with me. Coach Ebenezer Sefa is here with me as well. Kelvin, what do you want to say?
I'm happy.
You have your own problems.
So fans,
don't come and talk about somebody. You have your own problems.
No, yours is worse. So we have to help you. We have to help you. We have to help you people come up. We don't understand why you keep making the same mistakes all over again. And it's quite strange. Manchester United of all clubs. Every time I say that Arsene Wenger's separation from Arsenal was the best thing to ever happen to Arsenal. Manchester United should move on from Sir Alex Ferguson.
But they've moved on.
No,
clearly.
It's still there. Yes, he makes technical decisions for them. It's the reason why these ex-players keep coming back, having a say. He has a say in who takes over and all that.
Or you think he doesn't know that Amorim will be sacked?
Exactly.
If he supports it.
No, but of course, Coach Ebenezer Sefa.
Yes.
If you were part of the United management, watching Amorim, as somebody who knows football, you won't be excited about what he's doing.
He wasn't the one even.
And you want him to
be. He should have even been appointed as United.
He beat Man City in the Champions League.
You see,
that was it.
He beat Man City in the Champions League.
One out of the blue.
Amorim football.
You see, it is Man United's attachment to Alex Ferguson that is killing the club. Everybody, when you listen to there's this thing about, and then they make this noise about DNA. The fabled United DNA. What exactly is that United DNA we keep talking about?
The Ferguson style of play.
What was it?
Lots of strikers in the box to score the goals.
Okay, so is that not what almost everybody does? So when teams play these days, or the football they play is different from what Man United.
No, but then you have a Giggs tormenting defenders on the left wing.
People forget,
you have a Ronaldo on the right.
People forget that at the time, United and Arsenal, for the longest of years, they had the best players. Man United could play 38 games in a season. They might lose 2, draw 5, beat everybody. You know that United against the bottom half is a guaranteed win. These days, it is not that. These days, there's coaching. So when the ex-players talk about this fabled play the United way, it's funny. You can line up in all the shapes in the world. If your coaching is bad, your team will get beaten.
Well,
the simple things are being done by coaches and they are getting results. Why is Manchester United struggling to get a coach who will come and then just do the simple things and get the results?
But to be fair to United, they've tried every trick in the book. From
3-4-3.
Wait.
3-4-3 is the trick in the book.
Post Ferguson. The argument was that you need a manager who has Premier League experience. David Moyes, 12 years experience. They brought David Moyes. They tried David Moyes. It didn't work.
And you people thought David Moyes was the best choice for Manchester United.
No, wait. So the argument
David Moyes wasn't even mid-table grade for Manchester United.
The argument was that you needed a coach with massive Premier League experience who would have that father figure in the dressing room and be able to get the best out of the players Ferguson had left. Mind you, Ferguson had not beefed up the squad before leaving. So Moyes had to deal with all the players Ferguson left who were aging, who needed to be transitioned and all, and then managed to Fellaini and the likes.
So that was Moyes' mistake.
So Moyes came with Premier League experience. It didn't work. Then United made the argument that, let's go out there and bring in a manager who is a proven winner, who's done it, who's been there, done that and everything. Then they went for Louis van Gaal. Louis van Gaal came in, it worked to a certain extent. He brought in a few players here and there. We all saw glimpses of brilliance from United. I don't know what happened. I don't know what didn't happen. United found a way to sack Louis van Gaal. True or false? Then they said, let us go and bring in a manager who has won the Premier League before, who has ego, who has fear factor, who has character, who has charisma, and is a proven winner in Jose Mourinho.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
They brought Mourinho in.
Where did he move you guys to? He won the Europa with you.
Wait, I'm coming. And what happened after?
You people sacked him.
What performances?
You people sacked him. But he got you up there.
But the results were poor.
Was it worse than Amorim?
Since then, what has Jose Mourinho been able to do?
Then he won you the Europa League. That is what I want you to know.
Then post Jose Mourinho. They now said, okay.
And he pushed you up to second on the Premier League table.
They now said, okay.
Amidst all the injuries to most of his senior players.
No problem.
Oh, you people have forgotten that.
After that season, we saw Jose Mourinho again. And that's what got him sacked. Then
were you sure Mourinho's sack was just result? He had issues.
He had issues with players.
Thank you.
And who are the people who are going to perform?
And which people defended him?
It was the players who were supposed to perform for him. And if he was having issues with the players, of course he wouldn't stay. Then they now said, let us go and bring in a player who knows the club inside out. A coach who knows the club inside out. He's played before. He's a club hero. He understands the DNA of the club. Then they brought in Solskjaer.
You see, Ray, the social decision at the time, right? The toxicity and everything. So I understand the practicality of that appointment. It helped lift the mood. After a few weeks, the emotion should have gone out of the window. Common sense should have prevailed. Unfortunately, Man United, being the world's most emotional football club, got caught up in the excitement of what? You go and beat PSG on away goals in the Champions. You don't make a decision at that time. Cool it down. The Spanish people will tell you, when you want to make a decision, put your head in the fridge. Let it cool. But no, they got high of the night of beating PSG. They gave Ole a permanent job. And I'm saying that in that same caretaker run, the red flags were there. Now, Ole's final 3 results. When United were a few points away from top 4, check the final 4 results of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's era. Lost 4-0 to Everton. lost 2-0, 4-0 away to Everton, lost 2-0 at home to Man City, drew 1-1 with Chelsea, drew 1-1 with Cardiff City, and lost at home. 1-1 away to Huddersfield Town. And then lost 2-0 to Cardiff City. Cardiff City, the same club Ole Gunnar Solskjaer relegated when he handled them. He couldn't even beat on the last day. This is from the 21st of April 2019 to the 12th of May 2019.
The players were tired.
They were tired from what? Now, I'm coming. Man United finished that season on 66 points. Right?
Yeah.
66 points. 66 points. Arsenal finished 5th on 70. Right? Arsenal finished 5th on 70.
Yeah.
Do you know this is 15 points Man United threw away?
Yeah, of course.
Now, out of a 15-point run, Man United got 2 from 15. This should have told the board that, wait a minute. Let us not attempt this, because probably when the heat shows up, this gentleman will be figured out. And the gentleman got figured out. He got 3 semi-finals in a month, and he wasted all 3 semi-finals. That again should have told United that this won't work. This will not work. Now, if nothing didn't change their mind, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer met Jurgen Klopp. You've watched the Overlap podcast. Calvin, you've watched that episode of Overlap.
Yeah.
He was asked, he said, of all the coaching decisions he's made in his life, that is the one he regrets the most, because in his mind, we are at home. It is Liverpool. Let us open up and play Liverpool. It's a naive coaching decision. You don't do it. You don't attempt such antics. It is Liverpool. They were right. Why open up? He got smashed 5-0. 5-0 at home. And this is the gentleman that Man United think that to stabilize the ship, they are handing the club back to this guy. Wow. Anyway, maybe United don't have options. Maybe they want to bring the vibe. United say they want to make Champions League football.
Club legend.
No problem. United say they want to make Champions League football. So between now and the end of the season, they are what? How many points? They are 6th. Is it 6th or 5th?
Yeah.
Something,
They're
whatever.
They're 6th. Yeah, sit there. Bro.
They should be very guided.
But no, they are not too far off.
No problem.
They are far off.
They should be very.
Don't let them be happy.
The
They are
league
far
that
off.
existed in 2018 is a different league. It is a different Premier League. It is a very different Premier League. Manchester United should not make an emotional decision. They should make a common sense decision. That common sense decision can give them Champions League football if they apply themselves well.
So
Ray, even if Solskjaer gives Man United, right? Even if Solskjaer gives Manchester United Champions League football, they should not keep him on a permanent.
Now
thank him and let him go.
Now, who ideally should replace Amorim?
Let me show you. Let's deal with the caretaker bit first.
Okay, caretaker.
There are a lot of names.
Okay.
If I had my way, it would be Michael Carrick or Ruud van Nistelrooy. Do you know why?
Carrick was sacked.
Relax. United, those are the options they have now.
As good as your last job.
Relax. This is my reason. If not because, you see, what I don't like about the Ole Gunnar Solskjaer appointment is this the romanticized image of the thing. Bro, the league is different from 2019. United need somebody who can coach them from game to game. I'm only limiting it to the options they are talking to.
Okay.
And the options they are talking to are Carrick, Solskjaer, Ruud van Nistelrooy. At least those are the 3 names in the press. And I'm saying that of the 3 that they are talking to, is either Carrick or Ruud van Nistelrooy. United should stay very far from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Very, very far from Ole Gunnar. He's done his bit. You see, and it's not like United don't know what the records are there. So as to how he even came into the equation, I wonder. But they want no problem. Speak with him. But they should not get caught up with the emotion. This is not time for emotion. This is time for hard-nosed work, common sense, logic. Make a logical appointment. Guide the team. Now, because there are matches to be won, not vibes. Not vibes. The vibes, you can win 1, 2, 3. After some time, you now have to coach.
Long term,
I don't know who becomes available in the summer or when.
No, but United can always buy anybody out of contract
if they want to.
Yeah.
The person I would typically want United won't like that person because he would clash with the system. Luis Enrique.
Oh, okay.
He will clash with. He says, "I want control." He won't give you control. It will create all kinds of.
But Nathan, what gives you control? Your reputation, your pedigree, your results.
And Enrique has all of that.
So he can't get control.
Yeah, but you see, people like
Wilcox and not Amorim.
Yes, it is true. People like Wilcox.
After almost getting United relegated.
Let's wrap it up. We have to do Ghana. People like Wilcox and Berada, will they cede that control?
Of course.
To somebody like Enrique.
To a proven winner.
No, if you are
like
willing
Enrique,
to do it,
why not?
And I'd love Enrique.
Yeah. Because according to reports, he's not planning on extending his contract.
Well, some reports in France say it's false. Bottom line, as you said, anybody can be bought out of a contract.
Yeah.
But you see, United will have to make an argument to Enrique, the viability of the project.
But he almost took the Chelsea job.
Yeah, but do you know why he didn't take it? Over this same control matter.
Yeah.
It is why they've sacked Maesca, because they bought players and they are telling Maesca that, hey, today let Gittins play. They said, I want to win matches. We said, we bought Gittins. Play Gittins.
Well,
play Garnacho.
We'll see how things play out at Manchester United over the next few weeks.
So you people are not looking at Oliver Glasner. When I say you people, good. Oliver Glasner. I'm speaking about him. This is the man who built that Eintracht Frankfurt team and won Europa League. Crystal Palace, look at how he picked up the team. And he's actually built the team with players that were virtually unknown and were breaking down. Even in the midst of injuries and losing players.
He can actually do that.
Exactly.
Crystal Palace are currently 13th.
No problem.
Currently.
They are what?
13th.
But we all know the reasons. And he's been speaking about it. How many points?
Oliver Glasner?
How many points are they away from
Oliver
Manchester
Glasner
United?
won't cut it.
Manchester United have 32 points. Crystal Palace have 28.
Well, let's switch attention to the Ghana Premier League. The last caller, what's his name? I think it's Isaac. Isaac from Kumasi set the agenda for us. We almost turned it into a Manchester United podcast. The Red Heat. So if you want to see Nathan's fire, you just bring something. Bring something small. You see.
Not like this. Even on the podcast, I'm very calm.
Yeah, but today, quiet. You see, there's something in that seat. There's something there.
Yeah, and let me change the seat.
But Coach Ebenezer Sefa is here with us, and we'll zoom straight into the Ghana Premier League. There are matches to look forward to. It's the second round of the 2025-2026 Ghana Premier League season. And after the first round, after 17 matches, Midyama SC are currently top of the table. They have 34 points. Second place, BBN Gold Stars, defending champions. They have 32 points. Kumasi Asante Kotoko are third on 30 points. Aduana Sporting Club, they are fourth on 29 points. Hearts of Folk are fifth. They are on 28 points. And then Samatex, Karela, Hearts of Lions, Swede All Blacks, Young Apostles, Vision FC, Dreams FC, Nations FC, Holy Stars, and Bichim follow in that order up to 15th. Now, in 16th place, you have Brekum Chelsea. Brekum Chelsea have 16 points. Hahua United. Okay, so Brekum Chelsea are 16th. They have 18 points. Hahua United are 17th on 18 points. And then you have 11 Wonders who possibly may not survive. They are bottom of the table. They are 18th on 6 points. So that's what it looks like as far as the Ghana Premier League is concerned. And we are zooming straight into match day 18, which is the start of the second round of competition. Coach Ebenezer Sefa and Kelvin also are here with me. They will be taking us through what to look forward to as far as this weekend's games are concerned. But Coach, good morning to you and welcome.
Good morning.
You've already spoken though, but
I was speaking about the best team in England today.
Which one is that?
The one on top of the EPL.
Which team?
You don't know. The team that is on top of the EPL.
Okay.
And when it comes to the Champions League, the team that is on top.
Oh, okay.
Yes, that's the team I'm talking about.
Oh, okay. But Liverpool finished on top last year.
No, we are talking about current matters.
No, I'm just telling you.
No, current matters. Why are you living in the past? Why are you living in the past?
Talking about history.
Yeah, why are you living in the past?
Questions about history.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Well, Coach, what do you make of the first round of the Ghana Premier League? Midyama top. We saw a team like Hearts of Lions show a lot of promise. fizzled off along the way. We saw Adriana FC, Adriana Sporting Club also show glimpses of brilliance. It was a battle at the top. You know, at a point you see Mediama, at a point you see Adriana, Gold Stars. You know, the first round. What's your assessment of the first round of competition?
Well, I think that it's been good. There's been surprises. There's been tactical changes from the managers, like put it, coaches. The fans has behaved very well this season, or this first round of the league. Officiating has not been all that. Well, you say that it's 100%, but I think it's been good. Mediama on top of the league, I think they deserves it. They planned well. You know, they went to Cote d'Ivoire for their pre-season. They lost most of their matches that they played, but it was a lesson for Tanko to be able to put up this young team. He's got a squad in depth, and of course, the team has not lost a game at home. In the Ghana Premier League, if you want to make a case for yourself, you don't need to. You make a whole interest, and I think that he's done very well. Heart of Lions, you spoke about. Yes, I'm even surprised Lions lying where they are, because I was one of the people that spoke about Lions probably being on top of the league at the end of the first round based on their consistency in terms of their bench, looking at the caliber of players that they have that have played like 2.5 seasons together, apart from Dougley, Echi in Milford, and of course Freeman. So for me, that is my surprise. Of course, Quao United, their first game against Hasselhoff and against Didi Dramani, they nearly won that game. They show some glimpse of positives that even away from Quao, they will make the home fortress. Remember they play Kotoko in a preseason game over there, and how the fans came and how they prepared. And at that point, Didi Dramani has played Kotoko in the President Cup. He did made mention of his team not fully ready. He played some players 30 minutes, 40 minutes, 60 minutes, spoke about it. The Homework Cup against Heart of Lions, and of course the Democracy Cup, the top 4. So right after the top 4, if a Quao United team can hold Hearts of Oak at Accra Sports Stadium, that should tell you that Quao has a potential of probably coming top 5 in the first round of the league, because motivation, they were there, everything, they were there. But for them to drop and even sacking their coach should tell you something. So for me, the league has been, for me, it's been good. I mean, surprises. I mean, defending champions, Gold Stars, for me, they didn't start well. They didn't start well, but I think they've done very well. We also saw the bizarre way they came out of the Champions League, how Frimpong Manson was sacked and all that, and assistant coach acting as head coach. For them to be second on the league log, I mean, just 2 points behind Mediama. They've done very well. I mean, Samatas won the league two seasons ago. Last season, where were their performance at the end of the first one? So I think that it's been very good. Beche United, one of the teams that have surprised me, because for the wrong reasons. You have to tell me. You see, they convinced me when they played Mediama in Takwa. For me, that match, they dominated Milford. They created a decent chances, especially the one Okra 1v1 with the goalkeeper where he missed. And for Beche to struggle, Nations FC last season, due to
they nearly won the league.
They nearly won the league because lack of I don't know how to put it, understanding of the laws of the game. They could have won the league because you were down in the first 20 minutes by a goal and the penalty awarded against you. Osimi Bobium. Whereby you were dominating the game at Enyinase, where I felt that you could have come back and then probably have a point in that game and then go back and play Heart of Lions in their last game. You messed up. Few players have left. Your manager, your coach, and assistant has left. And after look at how they are struggling. They've not won a game away from home. But last season, they were one of the teams that were winning away
from home. Yeah, very, very solid away.
Yes, so it tells you that this season, there has been an improvement. Teams have improved. I mean, Tanko has brought some professionalism in terms of our the team's bench. When you see him, Tanko standing on Mediama's bench, look at how he positioned himself. I mean, look at how he dressed. You understand? And you don't see Tanko issuing instructions to his players, whereby his assistant coaches, goalkeepers, trainers are at the same time also issuing instructions, which for me is not good. So you clearly see that. Look, he has even changed the style of Mediama. He has brought some professionalism. You have Prince Owusu, who plays for the national team, the Blasters. He's on the bench of Mediama. There's discipline in the team.
Now let me take you through this. Between position number 9, where you find Swedrow Blacks on 22 points. And position number 17, where you find two teams in the relegation zone, Berekum Chelsea and Hoho United, it's just 4 points. What it means is that any of these teams, you win a game or you lose a game, you could be out of relegation or you could be dropping down.
The middle of the table, any of them can go to relegation.
Yes.
You lose one or you lose two, you are deep down there.
Yeah. Hoho United, Berekum Chelsea find themselves in the drop zone.
Berekum Chelsea is playing Kotoko. That is the most difficult one for them. At the Baba Sports Stadium. Kotoko went to beat them at Berekum for the first time under Zito. And that was where Kotoko got to know that they've gotten a good player in the person of Ubek Yau. Because before that game, he was not being used. Because he couldn't play well against House of Folk in the president when he came on. And Zito gave him that opportunity when he came on in the second half. Changed the face of the game for Kotoko and they won that game by lone goal. Goal scored by Albert Amon. And Chelsea, Samuel Bodu has not won a game. They have struggled all their away games. He's going to Baba Yara. Where just this Wednesday, Zito have got his injured players, more of them, or most of them back. And of course, introduction of Prince Badu, former midfield of Nations FM. Zito described him as the combination of Yaya Kasum and Safu Jemfi. You understand? I feel the many number 6. You understand? So I'm worried about how Berekum Chelsea will be able to go to Baba Yara and pick a point or even the 3 points. Hoho United is playing House of Folk. What they did in the first one is a motivation for them to look. Now Boniface, the assistant coach, is taking over. Or he has taken over. He's playing them.
But coach, when I watched Hoho and Heart of Lions, this was 2 Fridays ago.
Yes.
I wasn't too impressed, especially with Hoho's attack. I thought they were a little blunt on the day, and they really struggled to create proper openings on the day. The penalty they had, Safian Osman didn't put the penalty. So, do they have, I mean, in terms of matching hearts and being competitive, I think that they can. But will they be able to actually do the job and see the job through?
That is where you take other advantages. Against Kotoko, they score from the what? The set piece.
From the set piece, okay.
So if you have a player who does well when it comes to set pieces, you work around it, create openings and have those opportunities around the edge of the penalty area. Take advantage of your corner kicks. As of for instance, watch the way they play their corner kicks. It's one of their key points. They have Osesibe and then Ali Mohammed to the last ball. And then they have the other offensive players just around the arc.
Facing the net.
The second balls, if you are not lucky, they'll punish you. Fortunately for Hawaii United, House of Folk midfield is not like Heart of Lions. That's why Heart of Lions dominated Hawaii. Eche Dogli, Kwanzaa, and then Ishmael Ado. But looking at House of Folk, apart from because they are all pivots. Apart from Abdul Karim, who does a lot of mobility, do the kind of passes and all that. I don't know whether their suspended player is back.
Hussein. I think Hussein should return.
Okay,
I think Hussein should return.
It's good news for them. George Paco didn't play the Mediama game because he was also suspended.
So he's back.
As of away games has been better because they defend their lines very well. No wonder they've conceded only 7 goals in the first one. The best defense line. Osesibe in his last 3 games has been super. Improved match after the All Blacks game. He has improved very well.
Looked good against
Ali Mohammed. I don't know whether because he worked under Coach Baim Tanko, he's a centre back ball playing player. He doesn't just clear anyhow. He knows how to support the midfield when the needed arise. So Amakwabe, if he does a lot of runs on the right, if Mauli Wayu probably can cut in and create that space for him. As for problem has been their left back. So you ask yourself if
talking about the left back, Charlie, Calvin, who did Hart play at left back in the Super 2, the tall guy?
Which one?
Ransford. Charlie. Hey, Baba Damu. On the day, hey, he really struggled.
As of went for him when they played the FA Cup finals. You know, he and Roland's brother.
Great man. From Golding.
Yes, that is Roland.
So that's Raymond. He's Raymond.
He partnered him, and they played so well.
You are right. Hearts of Oak's left back area, you can tell
it's
that
a big problem.
Ransford.
Watch the Mediama game.
But coach,
Ransford is now taking charge of that.
Ransford, okay.
Coach, to wrap up on the first round. So 11 Wonders, Hoho United, newly promoted side. They are down there at the bottom. Any chance of both teams surviving in the second?
Hohoi and then 11 Wonders. I think that for 11 Wonders, I can tell you that they can't survive. They cannot win 10 matches. It will be difficult. One of their brightest player in the team, Frank Owari, has been transferred to All Blacks as we speak. Have they made any replacement for him? Because he and the captain Boateng has been doing so well in midfield for them. They play very good football. When they went to Gold Stars, they went ahead and Gold Stars came back, got the equalizer, went ahead and they equalized. They have to take something from nowhere for Gold Stars to win or score the third goal. They are a very good side. You remember when Kusapon came to say that 3 goals before with even 10 they went to go and they had the point.
They got the point,
So you ask yourself, what is the problem? Against Kotoko, they reported 7 minutes to kick off. They never warm up.
Well, then it means that Wonders have like serious off the field problems.
They only have 4 technical people on the bench. Four. The coach, you have they don't even have a goalkeeper trainer. The goalkeepers train themselves. I am telling you.
Wow.
When they come for the games.
No, but
so it's quite difficult for them. So if you're running a team like this, how do you expect the coach to get results?
Of course.
We understand the coach used to be in the lower division, so he understands the plight of this, and he's trying to he's trying to get the best out of this team. But come on, this is the Premier League. It will get to a point quality will override you. When you're not getting things right, people will just use the quality to just override you and get the results.
They took the lead.
If you see how they play, they have this winger, is it Amankwa?
Yes.
Very excellent winger. But the point is, how many times can they do it?
Consistent.
But guys, looking at this, don't you think that this is where the system should intervene and do something?
We're talking about this. The last time I told you, if we have 12 solid clubs, the FA should crack the whip. If we have 12 solid teams or 14 who are willing and ready, financially stable to play the league, let them play.
Simple.
What is the role of the club licensing that they've been talking about every now and then? Then it's useless. If this is what is happening, then club licensing is useless in this country.
A bit of support has also come in,
from where?
From government. The 1 million Ghana.
No, but the point is
all of this. So I understand how 11 Wonders play.
Raymond, today come and see, I'll send you a team sheet and you come and see stars at the University of Ghana Stadium.
And I have information. If not this, Basaka are going to have new owners.
Basaka Holy
Yes, they are going to have new owners.
New owners, okay.
Yes, I'm privy to so many things.
Are the owners to be the owners of 11 Wonders?
No, I'm talking about Basaka Holy.
The owners of 11 Wonders.
But the point is,
the owners of 11 Wonders they have a team for buying teams.
So I hope they are not going to be the new owners. So then you see, that's why in other dreams you have the proper test. So for example, so you check the record. Okay, so these people, when they handled Team A, what happened? Why are you allowing them to handle Team B when you know that maybe there are some issues? Look at the plight now of 11 Wonders. When you watch them play, a team that's really good on the eye, but you can tell that they are suffering because of other issues
of the field. But coach, any chance of them possibly surviving?
Of course.
Right.
Why not? You see, they have a very good pitch. Fans are behind them, being it a midweek or a weekend game. The only thing they need to do is that they need to sharpen their attack. They need to make sure that, look, there are teams that comes to Huawei and if they come to beat us, it's no news. But there are teams that when they come to Huawei,
you have to beat
them. If they have that mentality, they will stay in the league. If they should win 2 matches, if they should win 2 matches, you see where they will come to life on the league log. And that will motivate you. In the Ghana Premier League, second round, first 6-7 games, you should be able to know where you are going as a club. Whether I'm going to relegation or I'm going to be in the top 4. You should be able to know. So for me, I think that Huawei United, their test will start on Saturday when they play Accra House of Football. And that is where we're going to see whether Agbesi is going to be imposed or
Benjamin Asare.
That
is the issue. That is also another issue with it.
That is another issue. it's going to be Solomon or Benjamin Asare. Because in
Sporty FM.
Takwa, the team sheet, we had Benjamin Asare as an assistant
on the bench.
On the bench.
Yeah, okay.
You realize
so which means because Didi said about 2 weeks ago that he was 70% away. But Kelvin, let me ask, and coach, I'll ask you this: at Basi's run, right, in the spell that on this in this period where Benjamin Asare is absent, do you think that he's done enough to legitimately have a shot at being Hearts of Oak #1 if they don't introduce politics?
He's done more than enough. If you are just going by performance. He's done more than enough. Okay. And for me, Asare is a better manager of the defense. But Abati will give you the saves when the defense, when the defense fail you.
Let you down. Yeah.
You get it. That is the quality he wields. The kind of saves he's made, and he's gone the same clean sheets as Asare. Yeah. Just that he's considered more, obviously, due to the magnitude of the games that he's faced and the period with which House of Oak played. Look at that Salim goal. You can't blame him for it. It was well taken. Yeah. It was well taken.
Kept the score 1.
Exactly. These are the situations that becomes very difficult for managers. I've seen it before. Coach has been take of it because goalkeeper. Exactly. Now it's one person that he knows. You heard from Kwame Opariado that Najau is the only person who can make a decision as to.
I disagree.
As to who? Yes.
But coach, you disagree.
He's the goalkeeper trainer, but the coach has the ultimate say.
It is David Tamani, not.
It is the coach.
Yeah, with consultation.
Yes.
Najau, I think Najau can
only present a report. No, what they do is you present.
Najau doesn't train the goalkeepers in Accra. Where did he train the outfield players in?
You present a report.
Okay.
That I think this my goalkeeper is in top shape than this. But did he ultimately? This is my captain. This is my #1. This is what he offered to the team. I think he should be in the post.
Yes. No, but in a situation,
that happened with the Black. He was. He took over the post.
The coach is like
it was the coach's decision.
Why are we not talking about it?
Yes,
Ati was Blasters #1.
#1.
He went to the World Cup.
Yes,
was #1.
#1.
Benjamin was invited. He had opportunity. And he was okay with his performance.
Exactly.
Technical bench for that. Look,
this
guy is the one we can go
with him.
Why are people not talking about it? But if Solo has come to play 7 games and section of the fans feel that look, Solo's performance is better than Asare that you've seen. And Didi Damani felt that look, in the game against Mediama, he thinks that Asare should be on the bench and then for Solo to be imposed. Why should people talk about it? But for me, all these discussions and all that, I believe that look, one other thing that we should understand is that he is the captain of the side. He is #1. Alisson of Liverpool, he goes out for injury for how many months? He comes back, he comes into the goalpost.
But obviously his replacement doesn't do a fantastic job whilst he's away. That seems to be the
Mamadashvili wasn't bad.
No, but it wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad. When Alisson returned, it's not like Liverpool are not conceding. They are conceding goals.
But coach, Benjamin Asare has been out since November.
Yeah.
Okay. He comes into that team, and there's a goalkeeper who is performing, who has shown levels of performance that anybody could say, well, has helped Hearts of Oak stay where they are in the league. Yeah. Okay. How do you bring in a goalkeeper who is possibly much rusty in a situation like this? You are chasing the title. Would you, as a coach, take that risk of bringing in a goalkeeper who is much rusty? Wouldn't you rather, find a few other games outside the league for him to?
I'm happy Nathan said something that Didi said that Ben is 70%.
Yeah, this was still about 2 weeks ago. About 2 weeks ago.
So he gave him a friendly match, 30 minutes friendly match at training. If Ben is not ready, Didi will not put him on his team sheet as a.
Okay, so at 100%.
Yes.
He's not had any proper competitive.
That is why he put him on the bench, probably to prepare him psychologically for probably the start of the second round.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Because it was the last game of the first one. I found it weird for you to change Solo in the situation whereby it was the biggest game to end the first one.
Yeah.
A crucial game. So if Ben, as Solo has been in pool, what stopped Didi from asking Benjamin to start probably the next 5 games in the second round, give Solo, and then after 5 matches, the next 2 give it to Solo. You manage them. No, you see, the argument is good. You see, you need to manage them. Solomon Agbashi was the best goalkeeper when Dreams FC were playing in the Confederation Cup.
Yeah.
In Africa, not in Ghana.
Yeah.
He was the best. After the tournament, he got injured. He came back, he trained, he had his chance, and he has proven that, look, Mensah, you understand my point? He's giving Benjamin Asari a competition.
Yeah. And let's
make
it clear that
we saw that Benjamin Asari gave Atizigi and the rest.
Yeah, of course. Now
that goal is number one. And another goalkeeper is giving the competition. That should be worried.
Well, we are listening to technical advisor Abubakar Ouattara. He says Solomon Agbashi is doing extremely well. But the fact is, Benjamin Asari remains the number one for Hearts.
That is Didi's call.
And he needs he needs to take over when he's fully fit.
Okay.
So I think there's no argument there anymore. So whether he's in good form or not,
he has to be
number one.
Look.
If he's fully fit, he walks into the post.
Let me tell you one thing. If it has not been Ouattara, Solo will not be in House of Folk.
Yeah. Yes.
If he has not been Ouattara, Solo will not be in House of Folk. He even visited him when he was in hospital bed.
Yeah.
That was why he started negotiating with him to come and play for House of Folk.
Okay. Yeah.
And do you know why his registration delayed? After they did his medicals. So I understand where Ouattara is coming from. And I agree with him. Benjamin Asari is the number one goalkeeper and captain of House of Folk.
Almost like the Liverpool situation.
I suggest he's being imposed in Hawaii. He start playing. But after 5 or 6 games, then he can choose to bring in Solo in some of the games. There's nothing wrong with that.
But what if Asari gets back into the post and House of Folk start conceding all sorts of goals?
Then you change him.
Then you make a decision.
No,
because you have an able goalkeeper.
Let's assume
you have an able goalkeeper. You change him.
And then what happens to your number
David
one
Raya,
Black Stars?
Let's look at the situation. Remember the Raya Ramsdale situation. Ramsdale was number one. Raya was a backup. But when Ramsdale made consistent errors, Raya took over the post, and that was it. Look at Manchester United. Where is that goalkeeper?
Onana.
No, even
Binde.
Yes. When he made errors, and Lamens came in, and then he's just taking over the post.
Yeah.
It's like that. It happens in teams.
Goalkeeper is number one of the.
No, but you see,
he hasn't conceded.
These decisions would have been easy if Asari didn't have anything to do with Black Stars.
I know the Black Stars.
So the whole Black Stars bit changes this conversation.
No, you see this argument, If Benjamin Asari should be playing in Europe, nobody will talk about it. We are making much noise because he's a local player.
Because he's goalkeeper for us.
Yes. Yeah. Not House of Folk. He said,
okay.
That is why we are making this noise. Because people make the argument that at a point it was Sami Eji.
Yeah.
He kept the post for Ghana. Yeah. Before we went for the World Cup, we went in for Olele, who was coming. You remember they played a friendly match?
Yeah, just friendly match.
Everybody thought that it was going to be Sami Eji. It happened to be Olele who came in post and we realized the experience was
Yeah.
You understand my point? I see nothing wrong with House of Folk managing these two games. Unfortunately for House of Folk, they are not part of the FA Cup. And Ghana is not playing any other competition apart from the league. So if you're a manager of House of Folk and you don't manage these two goalkeepers, you are going to have a problem because as we speak, a section of House of Folk fans feel that Solomon Agbashi should be imposed. Others also feel
Benjamin
Asari because he's number one of the Black Stars.
He has to get back into
So you should give them, manage them. Me, I'm saying that, look, the next 5 games allow Benjamin Asari to be imposed. After the first 5 matches, introduce Solo. There are some games that you can let Solo be imposed. Ben will be on the bench. There's nothing wrong with that. You are managing the goalkeepers. If they don't do that, at the end of the season, one may tender in President Meko.
But you know this. I just House of Folk should critically look at who offers them the very best. And the technical team know.
I think it comes down to
technical team know who would offer them.
Nathan.
Against what is it?
Panama.
England. Any Panama. House of Folk goalkeeper. No, making saves. Like how our own goalkeepers.
Lions.
House of Folk are also looking at that.
Exactly.
And they can make money.
See, but the
Exactly. And within that period,
we think, or unless we are saying that Ben Asari has his position on lock, don't we think that Agbashi can make an argument for himself? Or that would depend on how many games he gets.
I just want us to go back to this story. The backstory of Asari even joining House of Folk was because Agbasi's injury made him unavailable.
At the time.
Yes. You get it? So for House of Folk on their books,
Agbashi,
he was their first choice.
Yes, he was the main man.
bar the injury, Asari has come, he's proven his worth, captain of the team. That gives him that peculiar advantage.
Fair.
Just like what I is saying.
Yes, it gives him. He's the number one. He's the captain of the team, and he's come to give the fans some sort of confidence that yes, this is the captain of the team. You know when Heart of Folk even lose games and then Asari goes to the fans. They have a way of calming down to speak to him, but they go, like angrily to other players. So they will just keep that faith in him, keep him in post, and then hope that they continuously win games. But if he fails,
then before you move on,
coach.
People talk about there are games that you will have a goalkeeper, you see on your clean sheet, but you go and check the stat, only one shot on target for the whole 90 minutes.
See?
Yeah.
Why have a problem?
The goalkeeper will make about 8 or 9, 10 saves in a game, also a clean sheet. Among the two goalkeepers, which one are you going to pick?
The one who makes a lot of saves.
So why are people where the ball in corners? Ball on the field and corners. They should give them. They should manage them. He's number one. He's the captain. No doubt about it. He should start for House of Folk against Quao United. Going forward, if they think that he will continue to give them that performance, that they should help him to do. They should do it. They should manage him. Look, we have about 4 or 5 months to go to the World Cup. In March, we are playing the German national team. I don't think House of Folk will sit down and think that Solo is performing, so Solo should go, and then their number one goalkeeper Benjamin Asari will lose that spot. They don't think about that. So I believe that for House of Folk to have a peaceful bench, or probably among their supporters and everything, Solo should start. Benjamin should start. Come Saturday. Keep on.
He should start.
The next 5 games, even if it is 6. Solo will understand. He's the number 2 goalkeeper for House of Folk. He's not number 1. You understand?
Yeah.
If Ben has not got injured, I don't think that Solo will have come in to do what he's doing. Some of us know Solo long ago. That is a very good goalkeeper.
It's an interesting discussion, and it's an interesting development at Hearts of Folk. We'll see how things go in the next few weeks in the Ghana Premier League.
I like it. I'll wait to see how the Hearts of Folk fans would also react to this. Kotoko has been in this situation a number of times.
Right.
A number of times.
But they had to make a decision.
This time around, Hearts of Folk have 2 of the best goalkeepers in the country.
Yeah.
Now wait to see the decisions that will be made.
But go and check the goalkeeper of the month of December.
Yeah.
Go and check the names. Basake Holy Stars goalkeeper is one of them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Go and check his stats.
Yes.
Ghana, we don't have goalkeeping program. I've said this and I'll say it again. It's a matter of choice from the handlers.
Yeah.
That is true. This is still the Sporty Breakfast, and you are live on Sporty 106.1 in Accra, 102.5 in Takoradi, and 91.3 in Kumasi. There are Ghana Premier League games to look forward to this weekend. It's match day 18 and some very, very, very tasty fixtures to look forward to. It's the start of the second round, and teams will be desperate for points. Teams that want to save themselves from relegation would have it all to do. Teams that want to win the league this season also would have to make huge statements with their next few games. League leaders Midiama would welcome a team that they should comfortably dispatch Young Apostles to the TNA Park. Coach, let's start off with Midiama SC and Young Apostles.
Games that I see, because in the first round, Midiama went there to win. They went to beat them. That game was played in Doma. It was not played in Wenchi because their venue was not ready, and Midiama won that game. So they come into the TNA. Midiama wants to make the place fortress, and for them, they believe that they've got players that can deliver. Chris Lee, a former Inter-Allies and then a Busan House player. He's the only player who has scored 2 hat-tricks at TNA for Midiama. The game against Gold Stars in the FA Cup.
Yeah, he got
beautiful goals that he scored. He has got a pool of players that he can select from. But Young Apostle, they are not a bad side, but they struggle to win games. They will give you a very good game that you enjoy. Tactically, they are a very good side. Individual, they have individual brilliance in the team. But at the TNA, I think Midiama will carry the day and then still maintain their top spot.
Kotoko played Brekum Chelsea this weekend, and reverse fixture at the start of the season. Kotoko won that game by a goal to 0. This time around, it's a home game for them against Brekum Chelsea, who are in the drop zone and possibly would do everything possible to beat the drop this season. Big game for them, Kotoko, Brekum Chelsea.
Yes, it's a big game. We spoke about Norifid Donsu not scoring. In 2 games, he scored 3 goals. And I believe that he didn't score in the game against King Faisal in the FA Cup. Proud to the All Blacks game, Kotoko has scored 6 against Bichin. the three midfielders, Hilary Adabo, Seth Kojo, and of course Hubert Jehu, to praise them that he was happy with their performance because they did everything for him. So with the inclusion of Prince Badu from Nations FC, probably he's going to have a solid midfield. Solid midfield. Yes, we all know that Ablo is gone. He's not going to play. So Musa Hamzata is back. Probably is going to partner Samba with them. But Chelsea have got wonderful players. Kosi Soroto. They have Benjamin Abedu at the back. Florentry has been with Kotoko as a folk Mediama. Experience-wise, they are there. Somebody who's an experienced coach, but it's going to be a difficult one. Dito knows that, look, if he should win this game, he's going to kickstart whatever he wants to aim at the Ghana Premier League. So there's no doubt I'll pick Berekum Chelsea over Kotoko at the Baba Sports based on the stars that I know. But it's going to be Kotoko just need to be very careful. If Berekum Chelsea should score first, Kotoko will come back, but they will struggle to get back. That's some of that I know. By the end of the day, I think Kotoko will carry all the points.
But Coach, I remember you made this point, and I think Calvin has also made this point before about Berekum Chelsea and the mistakes they made, right, in letting a lot of players leave and then their inability to replace them. Do you think that it's already affecting them, but how can they correct some of these things to ensure that they don't get relegated this season? Because it's been really difficult for them so far.
Transferring about 9 players, I'm sure by now some of the money is in the bank. Because they are notable of getting Division 2 players from the Bunu area. Because the likes of Hubert Jehu and the rest, they are from that side, and they'll give them the opportunity. Lodama was playing for Benab in Kumasi. They had him 2 seasons with Berekum Chelsea. Now he's playing for Kotoko. So they believe that when they get the young ones or known ones, they put them in the proper shape, and then probably they make the money out of them. But in this case, you are struggling going to relegation. The window is open. You look at the position whereby you are struggling. But I think they have a solid defense. Nations, House of Folk, they have equally good players. Ali is also there, who partnered Zakaria Fuseni when he was there as a captain. I believe that somebody have to look at his game plan, or probably if he has to improvise in terms of the training that he's going to. Because for me, they still have a very good side. It's just about the mentality that they've lost some key players, and those that have come to replace them, how are they performing? What has been their roles that they has been given to them? They've won about 4 games at home, but the rest of the games they've been struggling. Samabodu was with the Black Galaxies. He leaves camps to spend about 5 days with the Galaxies and then go back. Sometimes this is a problem where I have with teams that have coaches at the same time managing the national teams. So in terms of concentration-wise, focus and consistency, probably it's a problem. He left for the national team, and his assistant coach won one of the games for him. He came back, and then they couldn't win. So it's a problem. For Karim Zito, he believes that if he wants to win the league, he needs to win all his home games and pick some vital points away, because the points that he lost at home against Mediama, against Adriana, yes, and I think against Heart of Lions are the points that he felt that if he had all those points, he would be on top of the league. So for Berekum Chelsea, I think that Sekakra or Holia, they can still get 1 or 2 players to help them probably move from that position. But I'm afraid by Monday, if we should come and sit here, Chelsea will be in
the relegation.
On the league.
So currently 16.
So for me, I think that let's go.
Well, Coach, let's look at another game. There's Dreams FC coming up against Heart of Lions. And Heart of Lions are winless in their last 5. For Dreams FC, they put up a spirited performance to defeat Holy Stars, ending Holy Stars' unbeaten run. They were on quite a run, like 6 games. They ended that run. Now, Heart of Lions have it all to do when they travel to face Dreams FC. First, let's look at Heart of Lions. What didn't work for them in the course of the season? What happened to Bashir Hayford and his boys? Because they look like a team that could have finished top of the first round, top of the table after the first round of games, but they just went off the ball, losing 4 straight games.
I believe that they should have had orientation with the players. Let them understand why they are playing for Heart of Lions, why they are wearing the badge of Heart of Lions. Because at the point they were playing very well, and you ask yourself, if Echedogli is tackling, running, and you have Ismailado without the ball doing nothing, Kwanzaa without the ball doing nothing, obviously there won't be any cohesion within the midfield of Heart of Lions. You could clearly see them that they are very good players. They have a team. And at a point, Bashir first started complaining that his players are becoming complacent.
Oh, yeah.
That was after the All Blacks game.
Yeah. That was early in the season.
Early in the season.
They are Zonto dancers.
Yeah, so what has he done about it? For Dreams FC at Tuba, they've been scoring. And this game is not coming on at Pandu. It has Tuba, where they sat and they beat Baseke 2-0 in the second half. They have one Owusu guy who is very good. Dreams FC are playing good football.
Yeah.
If you cannot remember any of their games, cast your mind back the game they play against Kotoko and the Baba Sports. So for Heart of Lions, if they really want to get a point or points from this game, they need to work extra hard on the minds of their players. Other than that, Dreams FC go all the way to pick the 3 points.
Still, Coach, let's quickly run through the rest of the games. We'll do this quickly. Adriana would play Karela, and Karela have been very decent this season. I think they must have learnt lessons from their previous struggles, and they come up against Adriana SC, who themselves have been good. But you look at last 2 games between both teams, Karela have been on top. What kind of game should we expect this weekend?
A difficult game. For Coach Nuru Ahmed knows how to play Adriana when he was with Samates, when he was with Kinfeza, so he knows the terrain very well. He's coming in with young players that are very good. Unfortunately for them, they've released their player.
This is Sporty FM, the voice of sports.
So he's gone. Adriana is also having problem with their striker, Emmanuel Mafo, is injured. I don't know whether Alex Boache is back. For their midfield, they are all available and all that. But it's a difficult one, but I might say, if this game should end in a draw or a win for Adriana, I will not be surprised.
Bechem United play second place BBN Gold Stars, and both teams contrasting forms. Bechem 1 point above the relegation zone. BBN Gold Stars hoping to catch up with league leaders Midyama SC. Tough game, difficult game.
Bechem was struggling before they played Bekum Chelsea in their last game. They managed to win by a lone goal. Gold Stars also managed to win 3-2 over 11 Wonders. But in the FA Cup during the midweek, they lost 3. Close to 1-2. The league leaders, that is Midyama. Going to Nana Jiabo Park, it's never been easy for clubs going to Bechem. That was last season. But this season, clubs go there with chest out, go with proper tactics, individual brilliance, and they are able to get points. For all United even to go there to miss a penalty and at the same time also win by 2 goals to 1 tells us that Bechem is really struggling. You know, Malaya has had issues with his goalkeeper in the game against Kotoko and the Royal Sports Stadium. At a point, instead of him to manage the players at the back of his team when they considered the first 2 goals, he started fighting the goalkeeper. So at a point, the goalkeeper felt that there was no need for him to be imposed for Bechem. So they were looking for a goalkeeper in the second window that has opened. I don't know whether they've been able to solve it or not. Coach Emisa too has also, I don't know whether he's left or he's available. 3 games before they play Kotoko, he has not been on the bench. It's all been Malaya and Osewaya. So if all these things is still going on within Bechem, I think that Gold Stars can even go there and pull a surprise. For Gold Stars, where you think they cannot surprise it, they go there and pull a surprise. In the game against Midyama, for instance, I felt that it was a game that it will probably be a tough one for Midyama after putting all energy to beat House of Folk. Within 3 days, you are playing Gold Stars, a tough customer, but they were able to trash them by 30. So for the mentality of the Gold Stars team, if going to Bechem, it's going to be the same mentality that they took to Takwa. Then I'm afraid Bechem will carry all the 3 points.
Informed Suede All Blacks. Well, after beating Kumasi Asante Kotoko, they are high on confidence. Suede All Blacks play one of the teams that many expected more from this season, Nations FC. What kind of games do you expect? And if Nations are able to
inform All Blacks.
Yeah, well, I mean, after
beating Rio Stars, the same setup that made Kotoko struggle a bit. They really struggle. They have to win the game on penalty.
But it's almost as if any team that beats Kotoko struggles in their next game, especially in the league. Heart of Lions, Hoho United. Hoho United, after beating Kumasi Asante Kotoko, clearly haven't had it going their way. Can Suede All Blacks do their job against Nations?
It's going to be a difficult game. Yes, they have confidence. After playing Kotoko seeking for their striker, it's all over the place. So there's a lot of pressure on the young man. And yes, there's a lot of pressure. Yesterday I heard Zito talking about, me peno, your point, I didn't come on. Okobusu 3 times. We've gone for the first one. They said no. We will try and then. So there's a lot of pressure out there. But playing Nations FC that have released their marksman, Emmanuel Ano to Moldova, Sheriff. So who's going to replace him? But they have a certain Faith Achawate and then other young players in the team. I mean, Prince Badu has also moved to Kotoko. So which team is Frimpong to bring it? But for his defense line, he's okay with it. The likes of Oko Gripman, Razak Simpson, they are all available. But it's going to be a difficult one, I might say, against All Blacks. I think they've learned their lesson when they lost to Gold Stars. They've really learned the lesson.
This is Sporty FM, the voice of sports.
Let's put it that way, because Nation is not old in the Ghana Premier League, but based on their performance within the last 2 seasons, you may add their names to be one of the tough teams in the Ghana Premier League. Yeah. A difficult one, but I'll be surprised if performance will can win this game.
Samatex play Vision. Last time both teams met at the Niaje Kraku Stadium, that game ended 0-0. This time around, Vision will have to make a trip to Samra Boy. What should we expect? Can Vision do the job? Can Samatex pick all 3 points?
Well, if you look at the game that Vision played against Adriana, where they won by a lone goal, Ajete Imeford stole the show. And Anajima had his plan worked perfectly. They realized that Adriana played the 4-2-4 when they are on attack. Yeah. So why don't we have more load in Imeford when they have the 2 players? So they had the 2 players, frustrated Adriana. So when they had their goal, now they have to sit behind the ball, make sure that Adriana will not be able to get more players behind them. So when they have the possession, then they have on the right side where they have their strength, where they have Sanya on the right wing back. Then they were wonderfully at Doma. They are going to Samaboy, one of the finest pitch you can have in the league. Samatex have also, they've not lost the game at home. They are a very good side. I've always spoke about the game they play against House of Oak. I love their shape, the game plan, playing their captain Ebenezer Akwa as a pivot, Kogu Owusu to support him, and of course Ofori as an auxiliary behind their striker Emmanuel Mahama. They have one Kofi Essien. People are not watching him, but I can tell you that if you remember Samuel Inkum days at Kumasi Asante Kotoko, that is the boy playing for Samatex. Kofi Essien. Brilliant. Just have time to watch that young man. Brilliant. Look, he is so good.
Very, very good. Very good
confidence on the ball. Anytime he surges forward and enters the opponent's penalty area, he becomes an attacker.
Right.
He doesn't just play. He dribbles within the penalty area. He is trying to get opportunity of probably getting a free kick around that area. And he was the reason why Didi Dramani pulled out Maoli Wayo in their game against Hasselhoff. Bring on Kujo, because Kujo is a more defensive minded
to deal with
that young man. Yeah. Because Didi had known him in Kumasi when Didi was in Kotonou. He was a young boy that his brother brings him to Didi Dramani's house. So after the game, Didi asked me, Eben, if you know who I am, no, but we only Kofi Essien. I was shocked. But look, he has developed to become a very fine player. Christopher Eni as a coach is one of the coaches that if you're a player and you are not fit, you cannot play for him. When you watch his preseason and you are not fit, you don't go close to his preseason. Mentally, he has built his team so well. Isaac Afo back from injury, he has come to pick his position. They are captains on the bench. That is Siam. Yeah. So you watch how they play. So for me, it's going to be a difficult one for Nanajima and Vision FC. But if someone just wants to play the tiki-taka with Vision FC, then they will suffer.
Yeah, because
they will really suffer.
Management loves that.
They have a young player at the age of 15. They are young boys. They can run for 90 minutes. If you allow them to play, they will play you out. So you need to have a proper strategy to be able to outrun an Ajima's boy by bullying them and also making sure that you take advantage of your opportunities. Other than that, Samatex will suffer. But I'll play the Najima Vision as underdogs. But I'll give advantage to Samatex at home.
Finally, the round of 18 matches kick off with 11 Wonders and Holy Stars. Now both teams desperate for points. Well, I think for Holy Stars, they've done their best getting out of relegation zone and Johnson Smith. They come up against 11 Wonders after losing their last game to Dreams. Is it going to be normal service for Holy Stars? So 11 Wonders would begin their resurgence tonight.
I don't know whether after the game against Dreams they traveled that long distance to Summer Boy. The Basake. And then because the game is coming on this afternoon.
Yes. At 3:30.
Yes,
at the University of Ghana.
So I don't know whether they left and they came back. But for Johnson Smith, he's done very well. He's got a team that some of us didn't even believe in, but he has been able to bring them to a team that you struggle to play with. Against Dreams FC, they did very well, especially in the first half. But Dreams FC I've told you at the Tuba pitch, if you don't have more energy, forget about it. They will beat you. So against a team that, in terms of motivation, they are down. One of their players, I think that is one of the finest Orthodox 8s in the league, Frank Owari, has also been transferred to All Blacks. I don't know their replacement,
Sporty FM.
but if it's anything to go by, then I think that I'll give Basake Holy Stars an opportunity over 11 Wonders. But remember when they played Dreams FC, when they played Shodo All Blacks, they played very well at the Legon Sports Stadium. In as much that they may not have fans as Basake, traveling all distance from that place to this place. So probably it's going to be an empty stadium. So the players are going to feel comfortable to play their normal game. But I think that 11 Wonders should be very careful. After this game, if they don't win this game, then they should count themselves out of the Ghana Premier League.
Just match the 18. Just match the 18.
What is that point? How many points is that?
6.
They need to have at least 41.
But it's not impossible. It's not impossible.
Wonders for them to move from 6 to 41.
What's the name again? What's the name again?
Wonders. No. But see, yeah, it will be tough. It will be tough. It will be very, very tough for them. Very difficult for them.
Very difficult. Look, let's take it this way. They will play in Kotoko.
Yeah.
They will play in House of Folk. They will play in Mediama.
Wonders.
They will play in Ediana. And I'm talking about the teams that are on top.
But Wonders.
Assuming 5 games, which is 15 points. Are you sure they can pick all the 15 points?
Wonders.
So you are telling me there are no wonder they are.
For them to even get to 30 points, 30 points will be tough.
And it's
not like they have the greatest home record. Yes,
there's
and
a
it's not
saying
like
that Susumpe.
Thank you.
Michael Asarigwedu had this explanation that once they moved the team from Techiman to Accra, the spirit left the team. The spirit of the Techiman people left the team.
Have you seen or heard?
I heard the fans were
any
unhappy.
of the fans, even with a taxi, or let me put it a VIP, coming to support them. When did they even go to that side of the country to play? No, because they felt that, look, the team should have even played one season or this season
Techiman
stayed in the league, and probably how the team was also transferred and blah, blah. So there are a lot of issues, but some of us cannot talk about it. But I believe that it is disappointing to see a team like 11 Wonders struggling down there, because they have individual good players that I think that if they had all the support, as Kevin said, and look at their technical bench, you'll be worried for them.
Kevin, so they have only 4 people.
Maswa, then head coach, then I think the assistant.
They don't have assistant coach.
Yeah.
You remember the game against Kotoko? After I think during half time, the assistant coaches need to give interview for 1 minute or so.
Yeah.
We asked of the assistant coach, one of the players said, Coach, No, I was on the pitch like,
they don't have.
He said,
They don't have.
Well, interesting games to look forward to in the Ghana Premier League this weekend. Games kick off today, Friday, December 9, 2025. 11 Wonders will play against Basake Holy Stars at the University of Ghana Stadium. On Saturday, Hoho United will play Hearts of Oak at the Hoho Sports Stadium. On Sunday, Kumasi Asante Kotoko play Brekum Chelsea at the Babayara Sports Stadium. Adriana FC will play Karela United at the Nana Bedu Park on Sunday as well. And then Midiama SC will welcome Young Apostles to the TNA Stadium in Takwa. Now on Sunday, Bechem United will play Gold Stars at the Nana Fosu Jiabo Park. And then Dreams FC would play Hearts of Lions at the Tuba AstroTurf. And then Sweden All Blacks would welcome Nations FC to the Sweden Sports Stadium. And the final game would see FC Samatex take on Vision FC at the Incentuary Sports Arena. So these are the games to look forward to in the Ghana Premier League. It's match day 18 and it's a start of the second round of the 2025-2026 Ghana Premier League season. About news coming in, Manchester City have confirmed that they have secured the services of Antoine Semenyo from Bournemouth. So the player is expected to be at Bournemouth, at Manchester City for the next 5.5 years. So that's the breaking news coming in from the camp of Manchester City. Antoine Semenyo, after days and months of speculation, is finally a Manchester City player. Gentlemen, quick thoughts on Semenyo's move.
Well, I think it's good news for him as a player. I mean, playing under one of the finest coaches that you can have on this continent, that is Pep Guardiola, is good. For Pep Guardiola to say, I need you, it speaks volume. He has worked so hard to be there. And I also feel that as a nation, Ghana, We are happy we're having a player playing under Pep Guardiola for the first time.
Yeah.
But I also believe that whatever he gives to Pep Guardiola, he should give us half of it when it comes to the Blasters. Yeah. Because I have not seen Antoine Semenyo of the EPF in the national colours. Likewise, Naki Williams and the rest. Compared to the days of Steven Appiah, the likes of ACN, Sule Muntari and the rest. When you watch Sule play for Inter Milan, it's the same energy that you see Sule committed level with the Blasters. ACN the same thing. But this crop of players today, I find it difficult and I don't understand why. For me, I pray for him to be injury free and also try and work. I am thinking Pep Guardiola might play him as an auxiliary behind Erling Haaland because Jeremy Doku is firing on the left side, sometimes with Foden on the right, and Pep Guardiola knows how to do his things. But for him to get more goals, he's a very good player. He's very strong on the ball. He's got power. He's got pace. I'm sure he would probably love to play him behind Erling Haaland. So Erling Haaland can create space for him to. Okay. That is why probably I wanted to use Mamouche. Where it didn't work for him. So let's pray for him. And I'm sure.
But which means that he and Mamouche are likely now to compete for that second striker slot.
Yeah, he has an advantage over Mamouche because look, in terms of strength, in terms of pace, in terms of power, he's ahead of Mamouche.
Accuracy.
You understand. And he also scored goals.
Yeah, scores goals.
So I'm just praying that look, he gets it right, kicking. And then when it comes to the national team, can half.
Well, Semenyo definitely comes in with Premier League experience that Mamouche didn't have. So again, he has the slight edge. But Kelvin, what do you make of Semenyo's move?
I'm happy for him, and as a player, you look at his trajectory, and you know he's given all he could at AFC Bournemouth, and then he needs to appreciate to that level. I'm glad that he's going to work under a manager like Pep Guardiola. He's going to add, a bit more to his game. He's now going to a team where he would have to compete. So you're going to see extra more from him. You're going to fine-tune his game. The fine margins of Semenyo's game that, even at Bournemouth, people had issues with one or two. Pep Guardiola, and at this level, he's going to get better. And he's going to compete with some of the very best, which means that we are going to see him at an elite level. You're going to see him in the UEFA Champions League for the rest of the season. And that is good riddance for Otoado and then the Black Stars. But just as coach is saying, if you are getting top and you are being recognized as one of the best, let's not forget, he's become the most expensive Ghanaian signing, toppling Mohamed Kudus of all time. So it means that he has, lots of responsibility on his shoulders. What he did at Bournemouth, if you were giving Bournemouth 8 goals, 9 goals a season, at Manchester City, you're expected to give at least plus half of what you were given. So you're supposed to get into the 16s, the 15s, and at least
supposed to be doing double figures.
Exactly, augment what you used to do at Bournemouth. It's good. At Bournemouth, you did not have the quality of the likes of Bernardo Silva, the likes of Haaland, the likes of Phil Foden, Jeremy Doku. This is Manchester City. You're going to have lots of supply. And that is where I think that he should be in crucial positions. Just like at Bournemouth, he wasn't the main man. Ivan Nelson was, but he was just making sure that he drops into the spaces and then picks up the scrap to score, just like he did in his last game before he left. So good for him, and we just wish him the best. Now that our players have started getting injured, we have to pray for him so that he also stays fit.
I'm sure he's going to start with United.
He's starting with United. That one day. That one day. Now a team that has John Evans as assistant today.
But Nathan, the workload gets a bit more for him at City.
It does.
Oh, yes.
He gets to spend a lot more time in training. He gets to do a lot more with Pep Guardiola in training. All of those dynamics, one way or the other, we would have to pray for his strength. We would have to pray that.
And in saying that, let's not forget, he's also going to get the best of medical services.
Yes. Of course, yes, all of that. Yeah, all of that would come in. But Nathan, the player says he's over the moon.
Yeah, look, you should.
It's a dream move for him.
Ray, who? Bro, bigger paycheck. You are playing in a team that's in the Champions League. They are going to be coached by Pep Guardiola. You play with top players. You learn. So I think at an individual level, it makes a lot of sense for Antoine Semenyo to try at this level. A lot of people, you were more in favor of a staggered approach. So you would have wanted from Bournemouth, maybe Villa, Spurs, and then the jump.
I was saying, maybe a Liverpool.
Yeah, raise
Salah possibly even.
Raise points
Chelsea,
yes.
where the style of play suits his style easily.
that was raised concern.
Any Haaland player star, we star. But look at him today.
He's just scoring the goals, yeah.
Well,
so look, Ray, I think that it's great. I think Semenyo will now get to add a few more dimensions to his game.
Yes.
We'll get to see the different sides of him, things he probably didn't know he could do. And he's in competition. Will it be with Savinho or Doku?
Or
does
Foden.
he or does he? Is he Haaland's substitute? Would they have a setup where he plays behind Haaland, or when Haaland is struggling, you throw him on to support? We'll get to see different things. I think that as a player, he benefits the most. And if we can get, as coach said, half of that for the national team, we benefit as a country. So we'll just have to pray for him that it succeeds. But bro, I'm happy for him. Not a lot of players
can make this move.
Will get this chance. Ghanaian player getting this chance. Man City, Premier League. Nah, I'm happy for him. I'm really delighted for him. But for Bournemouth, I want to see where they go from here. How do they replace Semenyo? You have what? £65 million in your account?
That's good cash.
That's good money. And we've seen how they've managed to regenerate the team because other players left.
Yeah.
But Andoni Raiola still kept the team going. Let's see who they replace Semenyo with, or who they bring in to fill that spot, and what this will mean for Bournemouth and what it is that they've lost with Semenyo going to Man City.
So Pep Guardiola finally has his man. Antoine Semenyo is a Manchester City player, and he has signed a 5.5-year deal to play at Manchester City. We'll see how things go for him. Promises to be exciting, and we are looking forward to seeing him play in the Champions League for Manchester City, and of course play in the Premier League, play some big games, and we'll see how he reacts in moments when he's given the opportunity. He loves scoring against Manchester United.
He will score again.
We'll see if Fletcher and Johnny Evans can keep the tabs on him.
What's like for a combo week? Combo week.
And this is still the Sporty Breakfast live on Sporty 106.1 FM in Accra, 102.5 in Takoradi, and 91.3 in Kumasi. And we would head straight to Morocco because the quarterfinals is upon us. The quarterfinals of the 35th edition of the Africa Cup of Nations is here. Some interesting games to look forward to. The equation of 8 will be down to 4 after 2 days of competition. There's Mali versus Senegal, and there's Morocco versus Cameroon. Those games will be played today. First game of the day will be between Mali and Senegal in Tangier, and then Morocco will take on Cameroon in Rabat later tonight. And the games continue tomorrow. Algeria would play against Nigeria. And of course, defending champions Cote d'Ivoire would come up against Burkina Faso. Nathan Quao is here with me, and Kelvin Osuansa is also here with me. We'll get into the preview of that. But let me get into a few of your messages. There's a message coming in from Murphy Sabi. Murphy Sabi joining us from Ashoman Estates. He says, this Agbasi Asari conundrum isn't something new. And to me, it should be quite straightforward. Aside being the skipper, Asari is the current Black Stars #1. And barring any miracle of epic proportions, he will be at the World Cup. Hearts should quickly reinstate him as #1 so they don't jeopardize his chances. Lunin kept the post for months, yet Courtois kept the post in the UEFA Champions League finals of all games when he returned from injury. And he says, Agbasi is good, and I'm pretty sure he will certainly be the undisputed number one for Hearts, because after the World Cup, Asari would likely move on. So that message is coming from Murphy Sabi, joining us from Ashoma Estates. But Kelvin, AFCON is here with us. Quarterfinals. The equation of 8 has to go down to 4. We are looking for the teams that would play in the semi-finals of the competition. And if you look at all 8 teams in there, all 8 teams are ranked in the top 10 as far as the ranking in Africa is concerned. First game of the night, we'll see Mali take on Senegal. That should be an interesting game. Saintfiet has been speaking about the chances of his team, and so has Thiaw. He's also very optimistic of the chances of his team. Let's look at this game, Mali versus Senegal. Both teams look like they could serve as quite a contest.
It's quite a contest.
Well,
aside the technical abilities of the players, it's about physique. You know, the physical game is going to be very much evident. And that is what I think I have seen this particular AFCON and what happens at the Nations Cup. If you don't have players who are willing to exert their physical presence in games, you won't win. You saw how Tunisia were just out-muzzled by Mali.
Yeah.
They just had to use that physical presence to just bully their way through. Same thing with Senegal. And as much as, yes, they dominated their game against Sudan and they won, the physical attributes of the players. And I'm sure Khalidou Koulibaly may be returning to the team. And that gives Senegal an advantage because they have the controller of that defensive unit and the one who starts their build-up back. Aside Koulibaly's physical presence, his control and everything, he's the player they can rely on to start building the pieces from the defense. Now, they've had lots of changes to their midfield. But there's one significant player who just makes sure that they tick all the boxes. Idrissa Gana Gueye. His experience as deputy captain and his control over the team, you know, how he manages to just, you know, had that synergy with Papi Gueye or Lamine Camara, whoever he plays with. The only problem for me that Senegal have is Ismaila Jacobs. He might be that Moradan left back that we see, but defensively, I think he has an issue, you know. And Senegal have proven at this tournament that their defense has lots of lapses. Yes. Sudan made us see that. Sincerely, if Sudan had potent finishes, I'm sure they could have gone 2-0 up even before Senegal came into the game. Now, playing against Mali, they have the likes of Lassina Senayoko and then Bilal Touré. These are players, you cannot give them opportunities. And gradually, Yves Bissouma has started picking up the pace. Yeah. We saw him the last game. He played 120 minutes. And you could see that, yes, he was very much okay at that point, making sure that everyone within the team was very much okay. And then he kept their focus with 10 men. And that gives me that confidence that Saintfiet, technically and tactically, I think that he's up the rank better than Papi Thiaw. But Senegal have individual brilliance, you know, within their setup that can count any day for them. When it comes to ingenuity, look at that Papi Gueye finish. Brilliant. Fantastic. Look at Sadio Mane and how he drops deeper into the midfield, picks up the ball, spreads it and opens up the Senegal team. Mali would have to deal with that. But let's not forget that you look at the Mali team and they don't also open up freely. No. They are very resolute at the rear.
Very conservative.
And they have a goalkeeper, as diminutive as he is, he's a very good shot stopper.
Yeah.
And this tournament, he's proving that. You know, yes, the younger boy. It's going to really be a battle. But if anyone should win this over Grit and Graft or whatever, Senegal's, you know, brilliance, the technical quality.
It's about Senegal's defense. And if Mali want to hurt Senegal, starting quickly is important. Starting well and going into a lead is important. Because everything we've seen Senegal do, I don't think they've been tested mentally and emotionally. And this is a game that could potentially give them that. Are not loud. They've not been very bullish of their own chances. This is one game at a time. They've won. Okay, no problem. That game is gone. Let's think about the next game. So Senegal will have to, again, keep Mali at bay, pray for a slow Malian start, but most importantly, hope that Sadio Mane can influence the game, because we've seen him. We talk about players of the tournament. Everybody mentions names, Ademola Lookman, blah, blah, blah. Nobody seems to mention a lot of Sadio Mane, but Sadio Mane has played some brilliant football for Senegal. He's taking a lot of the responsibility, creating from the left-hand side, creating from wide, and allowing players to run from deep to give Senegal the extra threat.
He has 3 assists already.
That's a solid bit. But I look at Senegal's team, and you have to look at their all-round quality. Look at Ibrahim Mbaye even coming off the bench. And every time they thrown him into a game off the bench, he's come to cause problems. So they do have the quality all-round. What they need to do is respect Mali's team psyche. We've seen that the Malians seem to have... And look, and if you look at how they went through that Tunisian challenge... Those things bond teams. Those experiences, they bring players together, because it creates a certain sense of belief that if we can navigate this, we can cause problems all through. So Senegal will have to be very careful. A good start for them will be key, taking the lead. But we've seen that even against Mali, taking the lead is not a guarantee you are going to win the game. So they won't have to ensure that if it is that they find gaps to explore, they need to exploit to the end and keep Mali at bay. Because a game with Mali at 80 minutes at 0-0, that's a very dangerous game.
Well, what do you make of those who say whoever wins this game would need to have a very solid tactical plan?
You need to.
And there's been a lot of talk about Pape Thiaw not being up there in terms of his tactical and technical ability compared to Saint-Fit, who is more of a master tactician, knows how to figure out a team and get the job done against them. Do you get the feeling that Mali could just cause an upset in this one because of who they have on their bench?
It's very possible, but I also think that Pape Thiaw will now have to show us his other side, because we've seen a lot of attacking displays from his teams. Some people have said that some of the teams have been weak, but I say that no team has ever walked into a game without a plan. So it means that at a level, Pape Thiaw knows what he wants from this team. And if you are dominating others, it clearly means that your plans are superior. That's why I'm saying that today's challenge or the game, I think it goes beyond tactics. A lot of, especially when it starts to drag and is goalless, that is when we'll see Senegal's emotional mastery. Will they be able to handle the emotion of trying to put a goal past Mali and still not losing their heads? And Pape Thiaw will have to show us he's capable of guiding a team through a difficult period where it's 80 minutes and it's goalless. What can he do? Can he eke out a result? Because at this point, it's a result you want, not necessarily a performance. Senegal have performed. Now they'll need a result. And I think that I won't throw water on Pape Thiaw's ability. Today will show us a lot more as to what he can do. Because Mali, as I said, they are not Sudan. Mali will be better than Sudan on a lot of fronts. The coaching, player quality, mental ability, how to handle themselves in a game like this. So today is when I won't make a call on Pape Thiaw after today. And I think whatever result we get will help us determine where to put him in terms of his ability, what he can do, and the heights this Senegal team can go. But let's not forget that the last year or so has been a very good year for Senegal. 2025 was a good year for them. Beating England in that friendly, I think, reminded all of us as to the kind of team they were building. The team that was not only Sadio Mane, but a team that had something to them. And I think that today will be another example. If they go past Mali, either via a dominant performance or a brilliant tactical display or something, then we'll see a lot more about this Senegalese team and what they can offer. Because I think they will be one of Africa's sure bets at the World Cup. But an AFCON quarterfinal against Mali will tell us a lot more about Senegal and where we should or how we should define them going forward.
Well, Kelvin, before we switch to the next game, who wins this one for you, Senegal, Mali?
Senegal makes it.
Senegal progresses.
Yeah, Senegal makes it.
That's I
think they have too much. They have enough. They have enough quality to finish game. If you have the likes of Raymond and Ndiaye, Sadio Mane, you have Nicholas Jackson, you have.
Raymond and Ndiaye hasn't had.
Yeah, he hasn't had a tournament.
So maybe it could be the day when he wakes up.
So
Nathan, who wins this one for you?
I tip Senegal because I just feel that they have a lot more weapons to throw at Mali, but Mali will make this a contest. I suspect they will. If not, and the old Mali show, Mali have this funny tendency of they play to this point and then they go to sleep. Let's see. It will be a tough ask, but you can't look past Senegal as the team that is most likely to. Or you want to go the other way?
I think Mali win this on penalties. That's what I think.
I think if it gets there, then Senegal will be very concerned.
I think Mali have what it takes to take Senegal all the way and not concede against them. They just have it.
Okay.
They just have it in them. I mean, but it will be nice to see Mali make it ahead of Senegal. Well, it won't be bad. But let's look at the other game. And even before the game, there's been a lot of talk about who should be the referee, who shouldn't be the referee. The Moroccans protested against the appointment of an Egyptian referee. Now the referee has been changed. A Mauritanian man will be the center man at this game. Our own Daniel I will be in VR position. All of that will be happening today. But it's Cameroon versus Morocco. And Cameroon have a history of eliminating host nations. They know how to do the job against hosts. Ghana know all about them. Ghana would know all about them. And Ahmed Baruso would know all about them as well after he skied that free kick. but Kelvin, let's look at Cameroon versus Morocco. This is a team, Cameroon, that Morocco have never defeated at AFCON. Now, we've seen Morocco in this competition, not too exciting, not too explosive, but they've been efficient. Coming up against a Cameroonian side that, came into the tournament with lots of troubles, but in tournament, they've really shown their quality. Can the hosts survive against one of Africa's top competitors at AFCON level?
That is a question that they have to answer today. And it's going to be really a tall task for them, a mountain they have to climb. Coming into the tournament, I'm not sure many looked at this Cameroonian team and they were like, come on, they were going to perform.
With Pagou.
But look at them. Now they have a player who's become deadly, Kofan.
Yeah.
Brian Buemo is not even really hitting like you expect him to. Nyamador and then Nagida are giving you some top quality performances. Carlos Baleba, he can get a yellow card and he will continue to play like that till he finishes. Exactly. And in defense, Nuhu Tolo, with his experience, making sure that things work for him. And without Onana, Ipasi, he's just been calm. He's been okay. So what I think that the Moroccan team haven't really had is questions about their defense. In attack, they offer so much. How do they call him? What's his name? Ayub.
El Kabi.
Ayub El Kabi. Yeah.
Giving teams, they run for their money. Now, what Morocco have to the advantage is the return of the captain, Hakimi. Now he's fully fit. He adds up to the attack. Now it means that Nagida on the left-hand side of Cameroon's attack or wing play had lots of worries. In thinking that he would want to get in behind Achraf Hakimi, who is one of the best recovers, even after surging forward. He would have to work between how do I get behind him and how do I support Daniel Namaso on that left-hand side.
Yeah.
And it's going to really be questions. Now, Abdi Ezalzuli has gradually started picking up and he's getting slots in the team.
Yeah. Brahim Diaz has been Morocco's most important player.
And he's getting goals.
He's done the job, yeah.
He knows how to just wiggle his way through defenses and then get it. Now, what Cameroon may have to use to their advantage is their physicality, which I think that is going to really have an impact. But in bringing the physicality, they shouldn't forget that Morocco as host would obviously have 50-50 advantages from the officials going to them.
Yeah, that's right.
And it makes the game a bit dicey, unless maybe they decide to play like Mali, fearless, during that group game. If Cameroon want to have a taste of how to play against Morocco and get a result, they should go back to that Mali game against them. You could see there was that physicality, but there was genuine and proper physicality. That's why the referee even whistling fouls against them. You could just see that, yes, that physicality was up there in winning balls and all that. I think Morocco's team may not be as fluid as they are, but Regragui, as we know, is very much pragmatic. From his 2022 World Cup days, he's given us a glimpse of the kind of coach that he is or wants to be, which I believe it's really the left-hand side. He hasn't put lots of things wrong. Because of Achraf Hakimi and the other players, he has to be on the left-hand side. And luckily, they have a very good centre-back in Naif Agued.
Plus Amrabat.
Yes,
Amrabat.
And Ismail Saibari too. So I think it's going to be Morocco, who I think that the fine margins will count for them with the 12th man behind them. It's going to be difficult for Cameroon to get past them. I think that, yes, Cameroon have had that quality. They've had that shocker of sending home teams out.
They've done it 8 times previous.
Exactly. So they have the capability, especially with this team that they have. So it's going to be, but I think that if any fine margin should go a team's way, I think it should go to Morocco.
Right. Nathan, I mean, Cameroon do have the history, yes, of course, when it comes to upsetting host nations. But this Moroccan team, on the continent, they strike fear in any opponent they come up against. And with the quality of players they have in their fold, what is the chink in the armor of this Moroccan team? And if any team can undo them in this competition, it could be Cameroon. How do they do that job?
I think the weakest, quote-unquote, part of the Moroccan team is their defense. That entire unit. Because if you look at, for example, that game against Mali, it came down to a very bad decision defensively. But when you look at all the games that they've played, teams that have not held back, that have gone directly at them, have had some joy finding gaps and finding spaces. The Cameroonians, when you look at the quality they have, can't do that. How often will they do it is the question, because you really don't want to get overexcited and get this host nation piling on you. They score once, twice, and now you are open and they start to score. So Cameroon will have to be very resolute. Today is a day when mental toughness is needed, but they should look at that Moroccan defense and think that there's something in there for them to get. They will have to try and go at the defense, force them into uncomfortable situations. As Kelvin mentioned, the set pieces will be very, very key. And just share confusion. When I looked at how Cameroon eliminated South Africa, you could just highlight that they could find, something out of chaos. Look at the first goal they scored. Pinball. Once they dropped, somebody was there to finish. And then they found gaps to score the second goal. Those qualities are still there. And the Moroccans, I think they have gaps in their defense. Cameroon will have to take advantage of those moments. But I think the game is more psychological than it will be tactical. Cameroon, they have this huge reputation on their backs, and we know that reputation is backing them. And we know that it doesn't matter which iteration of Cameroon you get in a competition. They seem to be mentally resilient. They seem to be very tough. And I think they will have to use that. They will have to use that to their advantage. Stay in it for as long as you can and get Morocco to feel very uncomfortable. It doesn't matter. Look, teams can be as skilled as anything. Morocco still have the weight of expectation on them. Their fans may not say it, but once they show up, they expect them to go past Cameroon. Right? So that is where Cameroon can also take advantage of them. Stay in the game, ride the wave, ride the storm, get Morocco to feel uncomfortable, and then use their quality. We've seen the Cameroonian quality in Gaju and Co. Really, really good players. Ray, I did not expect to see Cameroon like this. For a team with all that drama, they seem to know what they are doing, and they'll have to, that self-belief, but that caution will be very important, in that game against Morocco.
Well, Nathan, looking at this Cameroonian team, they seem to cede possession to teams they come up against. In all 4 games, they've never topped their possession chance.
No.
And they seem to find a way to pick their moments. And many have described this Cameroonian team as a team that plays ultra defensive. They try to soak up a lot of pressure and then try to catch you on the break or pick their moments. Coming up against a Moroccan team that would almost throw everything at them, through the kitchen sink. Can they hold their own?
Well, we've seen them navigate some tricky assignments in the group stage and in the round of 16. Round of 16 was I won't say fairly straightforward, but once they were able to weather the South African storm, partly because South Africa finished poorly, then Cameroon went on to win. So they will have to hold their own. It won't be easy, but they will have to stay really galvanized, stay united, and then, see themselves through. It will be a bit of an ask, but I think that Cameroon will have to take the game in chunks and make it uncomfortable for Morocco, ride the wave as they did against South Africa. I think they have it in them. The challenge now will be, how do they manage their own emotions? What if Morocco starts piling on very early? They will have to find a way of holding on, because if you concede 1 or 2, then the game is done.
Nathan, who wins this one for you?
Wow. My heart wants Morocco to win, but my head just tells me that this will be a very uncomfortable game. I'll go in Morocco. Morocco to win this by a single goal.
Now, Kelvin, who wins this one?
I think Morocco goes to.
Morocco goes through. Now, let's quickly look at tomorrow's games. There's Cote d'Ivoire versus Burkina Faso, a game that many are tipping the defending champions to qualify to the semi-final.
Cote d'Ivoire take on Egypt.
Oh. I keep saying.
You want to bring back Burkina Faso?
I keep saying Burkina Faso.
You want to bring them
apologies. It's one of the most played matches at AFCON, Egypt versus Cote d'Ivoire. Nathan, who does the job in that particular one?
I think the Ivorians. I will go with Cote d'Ivoire. I'll go with Cote d'Ivoire on this. I saw Egypt beat Benin, but I was not left feeling that the Egyptians have like different levels to them. I think Cote d'Ivoire are really ruthless, right? And I just think that they'll have a lot for the Egyptians. But just like Cameroon, we've seen the Egypt, they seem to be very galvanized, and that can count for something. Mo Salah may not have lit up the tournament. He's still around. He can cause a problem. I just think that Cote d'Ivoire seem to have this attacking swag about them that will be far better than what any team has thrown at Egypt. And I think that attacking threat is what will get the Ivorians to the semis.
And the final game, Algeria-Nigeria.
Hey!
I think Nigeria takes it from me. Algeria haven't, they haven't really given me that sort of identity that but let's not forget that Vladimir Petkovic is a very pragmatic manager, very tactically, up there. Eric Schell and his team are just fluid. I think that the introduction of Onyeka to partner in Didi has given them stability in that midfield, allowing Ademola,
that was a good decision.
Akko Williams, and then Victor Osimhen, Alex Iwobi to have that liberty to just concentrate on what they are doing up front. And in defense, they are not doing bad at all. Many were questioning without William Trustekong what they're going to have, but I think Calvin Bassey and then Shemi Ajayi have just been brilliant commanding the defense. You look at the Algerian team, Riyad Mahrez is not pulling the strings as you'd expect him. The last game he had to go off, and then I think that DR Congo themselves did not ask so many questions of the Algeria team. But with Nigeria, looking at the kind of attackers, they are going to ask you, they are going to question you, and their midfield, if you look at the midfield of Algeria, I think Benacer got injured in their previous game, and it's really going to be a worry. Rami Ben-Sebaini, who's supposed to be a lateral defender, is playing centrally, and I think that is where Nigeria would have the advantage. If Victor Osimhen is going to keep a cool head, if Ademola Lookman and Akko Williams are going to capitalize on the lots of opportunities that will be created from deeper midfield by Alex Iwobi, I think that Nigeria should be able to carry this. Lucas Zidane is doing well, pretty well. He's been doing some very fine saves in there, and then I think that Haj Musa, Bobina, Fares Chaibi, and then Amura are all given, Algeria that sort of vibe that blending, youth with experience is what is taking, the Phoenix forward. But I think that the Super Eagles should be able to fly high this time around and get the qualification to the next stage. And
that Cote d'Ivoire versus Egypt game?
I go for Cote d'Ivoire. They have too much quality on their hands, and the physicality too. They just come guns blazing. especially from that midfield, that small boy, what's it? Chris. When Chris gets the ball, when Frank Kessie, he doesn't do too much. He just releases the ball up front. It's just being too fluid for me. And how they manage to even get their goals, Yan Diomande from the left hand side and all that. I think the influence maybe what Egypt may have is Mamouche and Mohamed Salah. Fofana would have a lot to deal with, especially with balls that will be struck from these two guys. He would have lots and lots to deal with, and hopefully he doesn't, find himself out of position like the Burkina Faso game that the Stallions failed to capitalize on. Because Egypt Salah, you give him an inch, and it takes him out. It takes him out.
Right. Nathan won't run away from the Algeria-Nigeria game. Nathan, Nigeria for you.
Even though I want Algeria to qualify, I think that their defense will let them down.
Right. Well, we'll see how things go. It's 2 days of AFCON football, and you can trust Sporty FM to bring you up to speed on everything that would happen inside Morocco. And it's 2 games. Today, there's Mali versus Senegal, and then there's Morocco versus Cameroon. And then on Saturday, you have Algeria taking on Nigeria at 4 p.m. And then the second game would see Egypt take on Cote d'Ivoire in a game that promises to be exciting. So, 4 good games to look forward to. And the equation of 8 would tend to 4 when the quarterfinals is done. And this is still the Sporty Breakfast. You're live on Sporty 106.1 in Accra, 102.5 in Takoradi, and 91.3 in Kumasi. Before we take the show home, there's a very interesting conversation we need to have, and it's about futsal. Yes, we are talking futsal football because the Ghana team, or Team Ghana, has been drawn against Zambia in the final round of Morocco 2026 futsal AFCON qualifiers. Now, if you look at the draw that was held yesterday, Ghana, because of being ranked in the top 10 futsal nations, they earned a bye in the final qualifying round, as well as the second round. So they avoided the preliminary stage and they moved a step closer to the continental finals in Morocco, having secured a favorable draw, possibly, against Zambia. We'll be talking about the chances of our team. And, in fact, for those of you who don't know what futsal is about, we'll get into a bit of that so you get to understand what futsal is all about and what it means for Ghana to play at the 2026 CAF Futsal Africa Cup of Nations. Now, Ghana would face Zambia in a 2-legged encounter. First leg slated for 3rd and 4th February 2026. And the return fixture is set for the 7th of February 2026. Now, the team that has the best score on aggregate would progress to the Africa Cup of Nations. Now, I'm joined in studio by Mr. Fred Tindan, as the Vice Chairman of the Futsal League Committee and the Futsal League Committee and management of the Ghana Futsal National Team. So he's joined us this morning, the Vice Chairman of Futsal League Committee and also the management team of the Ghana Futsal National Team. Mr. Tindan, good morning to you and welcome. I hope I got the name right.
Yes. Good morning, my brother. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Yourself?
Yeah, I'm doing well.
Quite a favorable draw for you there as you seek to qualify for the CAF Futsal Africa Cup of Nations. How do you feel about the draw?
Sporty FM.
Well, good morning to your listeners. The draw, I must say, is a tricky one due to the fact that the Zambians, we know them very well. We played them in Morocco. We know how their strength is, and they're a good side. They're a good side. They're not the bad side at all. They're a good side. They are very strong. Last month, they had opportunity to play South Africa in two-leg match in Zambia, and we watched them, and they're a good side. Yeah.
Now let's talk about futsal for our listeners who don't know what futsal is. When we say futsal, what is futsal?
Yeah, futsal is. It used to. Let me put it that way. It used to be a community game, but now CAF and FIFA has invest. Though that investment is not enough, but they have invested to
this is Sporty FM, the voice of sport
tournament. Now there's a World Cup for it, and CAF have also upped their game in terms of that sport. For the past 10 years down the lane, there have been 4 years AFCON to that particular sport. But last 2 years when we went to Morocco, we suggested to them that if you want to develop futsal, you have to, reduce the 4 years that you are playing to at least 2 years, where we have the non-qualified tournament, or not non-qualified to the World Cup tournament, which is what they listen to us and they have implemented, which is this year. And by doing that, going to help us in terms of the development of the game. But basically, let me say futsal is a fast-paced game. We use 5 players for the game. It's not like football whereby we use
11 players.
11 players. Futsal is being played by 5 players. Unlimited rolling substitution. The team sheet, you have to present 14 players, and the 14 players, any of them can play. You can substitute a player and then use him again in that same contest. Futsal is also being played 20 minutes in each half, where we have kick in instead of the throw in. Futsal, in football we have throw-in, but in futsal we have kicking. And we have a flying goalkeeper. The goalkeeper can join the players, and anytime the goalkeeper joins the players, we call it a flying goalkeeper. Now it's no more going to be a goalkeeper. It's now going to be a flying. And yes, so for now, let me put it here, because sometimes I have to look at the regulation, and then we have more in the FIFA bylaws. But for now, futsal is a fast game played.
So with futsal, is it played on the same size of pitch as we see in football games?
No. We have a dimensions for futsal. We have the international dimension measurement, and then we have the domestic. They are in 2 folds. The international, you have 45 centimeters, and then 45 by 42. Yes, 45 by 42. That's the international dimension measurement. And then with the domestic, we have 38 by 35.
So that's a smaller pitch.
Yes,
so
yes.
In terms of selecting players, what's the criteria for selecting a player to play futsal?
Well, I'm not a coach. They have their criteria, and we have an organized league, and the coaches are there to watch the league, to watch the players.
This is Sporty FM,
and
the voice of sport.
Through the performance of the players, the good ones, the best ones, they select them for the national team. It's just like football, whereby our national coaches goes around to watch and then select or pick players.
So there's a Ghana Futsal Premier League.
Yeah. We are in our 3rd season.
Okay.
Yeah, we are in our 3rd season. The first season was played 2003 2003, 2004, 2005. Yeah, we are in our 30s. We just concluded our season
2013,
last
you
month.
mean? 2013?
No, 2020. That was last 3 seasons. We started last 3 seasons.
Okay.
Which was 2023.
Sporty.
That was our first season.
Sorry.
Yeah.
2023.
So our second season was 2024.
Yeah.
And the last season was our 2025,
right.
which the first season San Siro won, the second season AMG won, the third season Dakota won.
So we have a national team, a futsal national team.
Yes. I don't know if you followed. We beat Ivory Coast here in Cape Coast, which made us to qualify to the Morocco AFCON 2024. And once we play league, you must select. Last 2 seasons, after the Morocco tournament, AFCON, we played the league. There was a national team, but because we did not play, you did not hear about us. Now that the qualifiers has come, I believe a lot of people are now doing the following, which through the league last season, our coaches watch and then they did the selection. And as I speak to you now, we have submit our team to the FA, which they are reviewing it. We are preparing to go to camp next week, and when they review it and I give approval, we'll start camping next week to prepare for Zambia.
Now, how good is the team, or how much lessons have you learned from your last competition? Because at the last competition, the performance was very atrocious. The team finished with no points.
Yeah, with
and
no
the same
points.
group as Zambia, Angola, Morocco. Finished with a goal difference of -8. You face a Zambia you couldn't beat in in the last competition. How well do you think you can prepare, or how much of preparations do you need to make sure you get the job done over Zambia over 2 legs to qualify for the AFCON?
Yes, it's a good one. It's a good question. Now, we'll play Zambia in the third week of February. Next week, we'll start the camping in Pram Pram. That's the first one. The first 2 will be done in Cape Coast. We'll spend about 3 weeks in Cape Coast. And I believe by then, with the experience that we have gotten from the AFCON 2024, we'll use that experience to guide the team to make sure that we beat Zambia here and qualify.
And in terms of your technical team, do you have a very strong technical team to see the boys through this challenge?
Our head coach for the team, that's Flip Boache. He is the same person who coaches and also owns AMG team. He's a good person. He's a good in terms of technical and the futsal itself. He was the same. He was still in charge when we went to Morocco. Now, Morocco, when you look at the teams we played in Morocco, and look, when we play Morocco, although we lost, but the Morocco coach said our team was the strongest team that he have played so far. From the build-up, their matches that they played, their matches that they played into the AFCON, he praises. And if you see a coach in that manner who is coaching one of the best team in Africa, will tell you that your team is very strong. Keep it up. It means you have seen something in your team. And that same coach who led our team to Morocco is still in charge. I mean, as I told you, we had we had a lot of experience from the Morocco AFCON tournament, and that particular experience will guide us into leading into Zambia qualifies.
Someone has sent a message. The person says, well, maybe the Moroccan coach was just being he was just praising the guy, being nice after defeating you by 8-3.
What?
He was just being, magnanimous.
No. You see,
after beating you.
You see, when you look at where we were coming from, the kind of challenges we had, and we prepared the team, to Morocco, at least you praise us.
So just hold it there. Talking about challenges.
Yeah.
What were some of the challenges you
Yes,
faced
because the challenges is, we all know that futsal is being played in a court, in the arena, under court, okay? Not Astro. But we played in Astro and moved to Cape Coast. Cape Coast, we had a court. We have a court in University of Cape Coast. We used there for 2 weeks. Then we moved to Morocco to go and do the last preparation. Yes, although we had some preparations, but it wasn't like what they had. Because Zambia, they have their court. Morocco have their court, and as for Morocco, we cannot even talk about them because they have so many courts. And then is it Angola? Angola too has a very good team, very good court, and proud to that particular tournament, the Angola team have to move to Portugal to do final training preparation for about a month. So, looking at our challenges and looking at the performance, although
Sporty
we didn't do well, we didn't win a match, but we did well. And that is a guide that moving into the next qualifiers, like I said, the experience that we had in Morocco will guide us to do well this time.
So just a quick one.
Yeah.
So the players who you select for the national team, most of the time, get to play the Ghana Futsal Premier League. On AstroTurf. Not on the hard surface court.
Per the FIFA laws of the game, futsal, you have exceptional cases, and then those exceptional cases, if you don't have the court, you can play on the turf, which FIFA allows. And it has also been stated that it is allowed in domestic league. You can play on the turf, and then you carry it.
So in terms of playing on the court, the hard court surface, and playing on the AstroTurf, your players would always struggle.
Yeah, definitely. But that is why the FIFA will not allow the turf to be when it comes to international. That's why I say domestic. You can, and as I explained, yes, we will use we will use the turf for now, and do the final finishing on the court, which when we were going to Morocco, we did. We started from the turf, then we moved to the court, then we moved to Morocco for the last preparation on the court. Then we move into the. So it is one of our challenge that,
and it's still going to be a challenge for ahead of your qualifiers against Zambia, because I'm sure your opponents definitely will have more time playing on the court. Whilst you spend a lot more time on the AstroTurf.
Yes, so we will only spend 1 week in Pram, and then we'll move to Cape Coast to do the final 3 weeks in preparation. So I believe by that time, our guys will be used to. I mean, they understand futsal. The only thing is that you just have to get the right things and then done and then.
So how many courts do we have in Ghana? Futsal courts.
Ghana, we don't have a court. It's only Cape Coast. Yeah, we don't have a court. So it's one of the challenges.
But are there plans to ensure that we get a court that is standard court for futsal?
Yeah. There are plans. The FA is doing very well. I mean, there are plans to get one in Pram. Yes. So I believe in the nearby future we'll get one in Pram. So we are also calling for the government. The FA cannot develop futsal alone. The FA cannot develop futsal alone. We need the corporate Ghana must come on board to help the FA to develop futsal. The government must also come on board to also help the FA to develop futsal. For instance, the last edition that we went, the government never supported the FA in terms of development of futsal. Air ticketing, playing of qualifying, the sports ministry never supported the FA. So this time around, I'm praying that the new government that has come and then the new sports minister will help the FA, partner the FA to support the FA for the FA to develop the sports.
Final words.
Well, I think that thank you for the opportunity. Like I said, we have just 2 challenges. Our first challenge is the arena that we don't have. So we are calling on corporate Ghana to come on board to help us to build. Look, if you go to Morocco, most of the arenas built there is not the government. It's not the government.
Yeah.
It's all about the corporate entities that are help Morocco build so many calls for them. If you go to Angola, same, and other countries. So the FA alone cannot do it. The government alone cannot do it. So we are calling off.
But aside that, there should be a reason why corporate Ghana would come on board. But maybe the performances again would have to improve, because if Angola is beating 11-3,
No, but it is also a young sport. So we must all encourage the sports to grow. As I speak to you, we have about 2 players or 3 from the Premier League. Yeah, that are in the list in the national team.
Yeah,
you get it. So it is not only about football. You play football, you come to futsal, and elsewhere. Clubs pay, futsal players. Spain, almost all the European clubs and futsal clubs, they pay their players.
We are not there yet.
Yes, so it's a gradual process. You see.
So what I'll tell you is that look, for corporate Ghana to come on board, for Ghanaians to embrace futsal, even with your difficulty, you would have to start turning out some decent results just to get people to say, well, we have a future in futsal. Exactly. And then you'd get corporate Ghana to come
so that was why we qualified to Morocco. Morocco, we played about before Morocco qualifies, we played 7 matches. That was zone 1, zone 2, and then which through that we picked the players to play against Ivory Coast, which we beat them and qualify to Morocco. So we are doing something good there. Yeah. That is our main challenge. Our main challenge is the arena.
Okay.
And when we get the arena, you see the performance of the teams, and you see how the sport will grow.
Right. We wish you all the best. Or you want to say?
Yes. So we are playing Zambia in the first week of February. I want to appeal to the Ministry of Sports that this time round is the FA bring budget. They should listen to them. They should listen to the FA, support the FA for us, for all of us collectively, to develop futsal sport in Ghana.
Right. Thank you very much for your time on the show, Mr. Fred Tindan. We appreciate your time and we wish you all the best. We wish you well as you seek to develop futsal in Ghana.
Thank you.
Right. This is the extended version of Sporty Breakfast. And we're just having a conversation around futsal. Mr. Fred Tindan is the Vice Chairman, Futsal League Committee, and part of management of the Ghana Futsal national team. So, as it stands, the Ghana futsal team will be playing against Zambia in a 2-legged qualifier.